All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another daily facts and stats show. If there's anybody in here early, if not, to the people that's going to replay this, welcome. Appreciate you all for either playing this back or being in here on time. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and put some background music on. Be Young, what's good? Dream Shake, what's good? I'm gonna put some background music on real quick, y'all, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started in a second. My boy Wager, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate y'all popping in here, man. Justin Crummer, what's good? Two Turn, what's good? Shaggy, what's good? Yes, sir. Y'all in here early. What's good with y'all? Josh Harvey, what's good? Who's the last? All right, I'm gonna switch it up. I like this one a little bit more. I like this one a little bit more. Yeah, I like this one a little bit more. I'm gonna let this go for like 1 or 2 minutes, y'all. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Again, good morning to everybody that's in here. Appreciate the ones that's in here all time on time for sure. Almost ready. Like 1 or 2 more minutes. Net rating fan club down today. All right. It's 11:05. Yeah, I am good to go. Just want to give a couple more people some time to get in here. Make sure you all take your shoes off at the door. Make sure you take your shoes off at the door. If you know, you know. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Peace, blessings, and love. Buenos dias to everybody that's in here. Good morning. Welcome back to another daily facts and stats show. 11 a.m. until some days throughout the week. I don't know what it's gonna be, a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, where it's really gonna be an end time though. Like sometimes it's gonna be 1 o'clock, sometimes it's gonna be 2 o'clock. That's just going to give me time to work on fact and stat stuff behind the scenes that I got to continue to make time for, especially the apparel side. I want to shout out everybody that ordered a new shirt. That still is ordering new shirts, to be honest, as well. But with that being said, Andrew, what's good? Are the Pacers winning today? I got 2 bands on the line. I said last night in playback, what's funny is the Pacers are the type of team, in my opinion, just because they took game 1, you know how it go. When that team that's at home lose that game 1, they're expected to come out and blow them out the waters in game 2, or be really locked in game 2, whatever the case may be, right? What people may be thinking for Boston game 2, what people may be thinking for OKC game 2, but I think Indy the type of team that can still win game 2. Like if we was to ask, and I'm gonna ask the room that if we go and play back today, I'm gonna say out of all the teams that's up 1-0 right now, which one are you more confident in to win game 2? You know, I think, some people probably say Denver. I don't know. So I do want to hear people's thoughts on that probably a little later on. But yeah, like I was saying, make sure you all take your shoes off at the door. What does that mean? That's hitting that like button when you first come in. Hit that thumbs up button on this video when you first come in. There's 21 people in here at the moment. I do not know how many likes is on the video, but either way, if it's 21 people in here, it should be 15 likes off rip. Make sure to comment throughout the show today. I read every single comment for the most part. If you want your comment to stand out, you can send super chats, things of that nature. JD was good. Tween was good. Also, if you are in here, make sure you all share this video out with one person, whether it's a Twitter chat, Instagram chat, iPhone group chat. Sharing it out one person, especially if they're into sports, is a great thing to do, in my opinion, because I do allow everybody to come on the stage and speak their mind in regards to whatever the topics is. Last but not least, if you are in here and you are not subscribed, or you watch this back and you are not subscribed, I would love for you all to subscribe to Fact and Stats on YouTube. What is Fact and Stats? Fact and Stats is a podcast, daily sports show, and it's a clothing brand. All of the above. Yeah, all of the above. The daily show started 3 years ago. It's been running every day since. Literally every day since. Well, for the most part, unless I'm sick or whatever the case may be. But either way, make sure you all subscribe to the platform. A couple of people that's in here that want to extend their support for the platform on top of just being in here, which I would love for you all to do. I would love for you all, if you are not a member, to become a member. You can become a member for as low as $5. $5 is not hurting y'all. You can become a member for as low as $5. That's just extending your support for what I do on a day-to-day basis. There's 3 different levels you can join as, though. All have different customized perks. I'm sorry, excuse me. All have the ability to send different emotes into the chat. You also get obviously the Fact and Stats logo next to your name, which means a lot to me. You just got to come in here and drop that Fact and Stats logo, and it's just simple as that. How can you become a member? The link in the description on this video will literally say become a member. It literally will say become a member. Next, you can send super chats and super stickers at any time. The amount does not matter to me. I'll be grateful regardless. It could be $3, it could be $5, it could be $10. Shout out to Two Turn. Two Turn blessed me a couple of times within the last 2 weeks, or within the last week, I would say. So that's that. And as you see on the back end, all extended support is greatly appreciated. Facts, straight facts. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love for you all to follow Fact and Stats on Twitter. That's where it started at. Also, I would love for you all to, if you do ever see the tweet, in the morning time, I would love for you all to retweet the tweet as well. That can probably bring more eyes to the platform, and also more eyes to the tweet. What I mean by the tweet, and again, if you see it, I'm not saying you go out your way to see it, but if y'all do come across it, I'll always tweet. The show will be live at 11 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Twitter. Open everyone to come speak their mind. We're going to talk about the Knicks stunning Boston. Nuggets come back and win game 1. And then Warriors versus Wolves, full series preview, ranking the top 10 players in that series and getting it on record. Who do people have inside of the Fact and Stats community winning in that series, and in what? Be careful. Be careful when you pick now, because nobody expected the Knicks to beat Boston game 1, and nobody expected the Nuggets to beat OKC game 1, not even Vegas. Imagine if somebody did a 2-leg Knicks and Nuggets money line and put 100 on it. My God. That probably won them 1,000, to be honest. They probably won them 1,000 last night if somebody did that. So, again, right now, this tweet has 11 retweets on it, 10 likes. That's all I ask for. If you don't want to retweet it, like it, or quote tweet it, or something. So, again, make sure you all follow Fact and Stats on Twitter, at Fact and Stats _. If you ever see that tweet, retweet it for me, like it for me, share it out to a group chat for me, and I would greatly appreciate that. Also, you can follow Instagram. You can follow the Instagram and TikTok as clips from the show will continuously be posted there, starting as soon as this week. Honestly, playback.tv/facts and stats. I had to dip out the playback room last night, Mo, but I heard it was popping in there. I ain't gonna lie. I heard it was crazy. Like I heard that joint was crazy popping last night per Shaggy. And then I seen a video this morning where Swiper was in there with his camera on. Swiper was in there with his camera on, yelling at his phone. Like he was yelling at West on his phone with his camera on. So I don't know, man. I think Swiper's really confident in this series. You know, I think Swiper's really confident. I think he really think the Nuggets can get it done. And I mean, we'll see what happens. So playback.tv/facts and stats. I'm gonna show y'all what the platform looks like and also explain the platform. Playback is another platform that allows me to host a show on there if I choose to do so. Seeing that 1,855 members, that's all off the muscle. You know, that's all off people just coming across and joining. That ain't no assisting or nothing like that. That's just all off the muscle. People just rocking with facts and stats. That's real. The link is in the description on this video to become a member. Also, the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok links are all in the description on this video as well. Playback is the app you can easily download and join the room. It costs $0 to do that. It is free. We watch live sports in there every single night. It can be baseball. It can be WNBA. It can be NBA as of right now. College basketball and college football, maybe when the season come back around. But yeah, so that's what playback is for the most part. Again, like I said, I get on the stage, I turn my camera on just like YouTube. People join the stage as well if they turn their camera on, if they ever want to do so as well. And then it's a live chat room right here, as y'all can see on the right side, where people are talking in there all throughout the day or the games, I would say. And you also can join the stage. I think I just said that too, just like YouTube. The playback link is in the description on this video. Make sure you all sign up and join the Fact and Stats playback room and pull up. Are the Warriors going to win tonight? We got to be careful now because 3 straight road teams won game 1. I wonder if that's the first time that happened. 3 straight road teams won game 1 in the second round. I wonder when's the last time that happened. The Warriors can cap it off and make it 4 out of 4. And I don't think that ever happened. I could be wrong, though. Next, outside of the playback room, you can not sign up, but you can not join. You can purchase a new Fact and Stat shirt. The new shirts are literally behind me. On the front, it's like a heart with fact that says Fact and Stats. And on the back, it would say Speak Your Mind, which is the slogan for the platform. And as you see, front, Fact and Stats, back, Speak Your Mind. The hottest one right now is the off-white one. This is the hottest one right now. The one that's selling the best, off-white. They all on the platform. I mean, they all on the website. That's factandstats.us. If you ordered anything, especially the pre-order people as well, I'm going to just ship everything on Friday. I'm going to just ship literally everything this Friday. For the ones that pre-ordered on Friday, and for the ones that's been ordering from Monday on down, or yesterday on down, I'm gonna just ship everything on Friday. Everything on Friday. Thank y'all for the support. If anybody's interested in getting a shirt, again, this is what the website will look like. All 5 shirts that's available right here. Again, it's factandstats.us. The link is in the description on this video. The link is in the description on this video. So, a couple of things. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button on this video. Make sure you'll become a member if you are not a member. Ask yourself, why are you not a member? Hopefully you do become a member. And if you don't have any Fact and Stats apparel, maybe get your first Fact and Stats shirt. And even better yet, pull up to the cookout. You know, pull up to the cookout and wear it to the cookout, man. June 21st is the cookout. Open invitation to everybody. I will work on a flyer this weekend for the cookout. The Fact and Stats 3rd annual cookout is June 21st. And I will work on a flyer this weekend so I can start posting out on social media and things of that nature. Yes, all 3 of those won me $1.5K. Shout out to you, bro. They said on ESPN this morning, if you did Nuggets, Pacers, Knicks money line, $10 won you 777. It was like plus 2,000. See, 100 would have won you 2,000. If you agree with what I just said, every team that lost game 1 is going to win game 2. The only team I can see having 2-0 lead by taking advantage of home court is the Wolves. I mean, yeah, like I said, the average person thinks that. So, I mean, I would hope, I would assume that they win. For some reason, my gut telling me the Pacers can still win tonight, though. Dub, top 3 player, Chet, top 4 in the series. Interesting. So, yeah, that's that, y'all. That's that. I think that's everything that I wanted to tell y'all. Last but not least, Gambling Discord. Feel free to join the Gambling Discord. The link should be on this page. For some reason, if the link is not working, just DM me on Twitter at @factandstats_. And I'll send you the link. Who sold your parlay? Who sold your parlay? I only made one, and I know my builder would have hit for the game too. That's why I'm pissed. But I only made one. And I went two money lines, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I went Celtics money line. I went OKC money line to cap off the 4 leg. And we know what happened in both of those games. I thought it was just gonna be Boston that sold me. Denver and then OKC turned around and did the same damn thing. I thought it was just gonna be Boston, but OKC turned around and did the same damn thing. If you got sold yesterday on a parlay, one off, two off, whatever the case may be, feel free to drop it in the chat. Feel free to drop it in the chat.
I got sold yesterday, brother. First one was Pascal 20, 4 or 5. From that Pacers, Cavs game. Everybody hit but Pascal 20. And then last night I did the halftime lay. Added a little more. 24 for Jamal Murray. He started off with, I believe, 13 in the first half, 14 in the first half, and he couldn't give me 5 points a quarter. So, 4 out of 5s, 4 out of 5s from both those guys. One at halftime, one at pregame lay.
Okay. Anybody else got sold? Anybody else got sold yesterday? Anybody else got sold yesterday? Anybody else got sold yesterday? All right. No. We will circle to that in a second. Circle to that in a second. All right, we'll circle to that in a second. Players of the day. Obviously, I got two players to shout out, and ain't nothing else worth even saying, to be honest. Unless it's somebody in baseball or something like that. But NBA related player, Jalen Brunson, 20 points in the second half, led his team, or helped them finish capping off of a comeback, hit tough shot after tough shot. So big hats off to Jalen Brunson. And then look no further else. I mean, Nikola Jokic, 42, 22, and 6 assists. OKC fans told me he'll be guarded well. I don't know how he just to play a game 7 and then you roll over 48 hours later and travel to OKC and then go out there and drop 42 points, 22 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's insane. So shout out to Jokic.
And he was out there running too. If he was pushing the break, etc. Like he was running too that whole game.
Nah, facts. CJ, I don't know if you're talking to me or not. CJ, you said all your predictions be off, bro. What are you talking about? What do I be off about, CJ? I'm confused. Are you talking about from a gambler perspective? If you're talking about it from a gambler perspective, check the Discord, bro. I'm rarely off. I just only do builders. I don't go crazy. I just make builders. If you call about me predicting that the Nuggets, you talking about me predicting the Celtics and OKC was going to win yesterday? That's nigga, damn near everybody predicted that. So what are you talking about? They got nobody for Jokic.
iHeart did a fine job on him. I think he was like 1 of 6, 1 of 7 on iHeart. Everybody else was food though.
Michaela honorable mention. Yeah, facts, Brain. I heard you too. Michaela honorable mention. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. They got nobody for him. Try to get anybody too weak. All right, so the two games from last night. The Knicks defeated Boston 108-105 in overtime to take a 1-0 series lead. This was, again, not expected at all, especially with the way the game started off, or not even just started off, especially with the way the game was midway through the third quarter. Boston came out in that second half off to a great start. Looked like they was in full control of the game. Got the game up to like 75-55 with like 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And then after that, I mean, literally after that, everything changed. I want to give OG and Brunson and Josh Hart. Who else I want to shout out? Mainly those guys for that period, to be honest. Those guys scored damn near all the points in that period. And they outscored Boston 25-16. I mean, I'm sorry, 30-23. I'm sorry. Follow that up in the fourth quarter, outscored Boston 25-16. And in the fourth quarter, that's when we seen Brunson just make everything happen. And again, OG followed up again. OG was a guy that we had a lot of question marks coming into this series a bit with when it comes to facing Boston, because there was a stat out there where he had not scored over 15 points against Boston, and guys know how long. So yesterday he actually looked good. OG had 29 points. This is why I ranked him over Mikal Bridges. I always say I don't think the Knicks fans care which one is better. They just want one of them to come out and play on the night-to-night basis. And for OG to come out there and do that last night, you ought to respect that. Obviously you don't want Mikal going 3 for 13. You don't want Mikal only giving you 8 points. You know what I'm saying? But he did have 3 steals and 2 blocks. You clap to that. He also did hit a big shot in overtime as well. you clap to that as well. But Cat was dealing with foul trouble in this game. He still finished with 14 points and 13 rebounds. Josh Hart, special player, true do-it-all player, true definition of a Swiss Army knife. We know what he's going to bring to the game every single night. He just struggles from the outside, in which he shot 1 for 5 last night. Deuce McBride was big in his minutes off the bench. 11 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. But like I said, the game looked slow for Brunson, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, particularly in that first half. The game looked slow for Brunson. I was like, Brunson was having so bad in the first half. I was like, all right, thank God I ain't bet on Brunson today. I want to see how Brunson was going to look against them game one. But yeah, I mean, you can't doubt that, man. The big shot taker, big shot maker, one of the clutchest players of them all. So crafty, so shifty. A lot of counters, can get to the line, can knock down big. Like he just do it all from offensive perspective. So shout out to Brunson. And really shout out to OG for coming up to the party and performing with him. Boston side of things, they set NBA record. 45 missed threes in an NBA game. That's now an NBA playoff record. I don't know if it's all-time record, period, but NBA all-time playoff record. Porzingis is god awful. I mean, we just ought to expect that there's no way in hell Porzingis is on this team next year. They don't like him. Boston fans to this point now. They had to go, and also they had to close the game out with Al Horford and company. But
Didn't he have a sickness though as well?
He left this game with a sickness.
I thought he was sick coming into the game, didn't play well, and then they bitched him. But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know about no sickness, bro. They injury report was clear. I don't know nothing about him having any type of sickness. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know nothing about him having any type of sickness. But yeah, man, he got benched. Obviously, the main issue for me in this game was down the stretch, and everybody that watched the game can remember this. Down the stretch, I want to say like the last 3 minutes of the game, whatever the case may be. Oh, he left the game due to the illness. Okay, cool. Thank you, Anush. And I was wondering why Al Horford was on the court the whole damn time, pretty much. But he left the game due to the illness. He only played 13 minutes. He's over 4 for 13 minutes anyway. Porzingis, hope you feel better for game 2. Thank you, Anush. Jason Tatum.
Welcome, Avs.
Thank you, my brother. You didn't know if he left the game though.
No, I said I thought it was a sickness. I thought okay. I was saying I knew he got benched, but I thought it was also the sickness.
Thank you, my brother. Because I didn't know he even left the game. I was just wondering why Al was in the whole damn time, but I didn't think too much of it because I just knew Al probably would be playing better anyway. And Al did get a good stop down the stretch on Brunson too. Played some good defense, but here nor there. Or forced Brunson to throw a turnover, I would say. Here nor there. 45 missed threes. I think they went 15 from 60 at the line, the 3-point line. And I'm really just disappointed with Jason Tatum. There's a guy that I came in here and I say he is a top 5 player now, in my opinion. And I'm entertaining when it comes to conversations around him and Luka, right? If someone say Tatum better than Luka because of the 2-way impact or value, cool. If someone steals Luka because of the things that he do offensively, I'm with that. Tatum, great rebounder for his side. For as a player, he's a great rebounder. Period. 16 rebounds last night, led the team in that category. 6 assists, 3 stocks, 23 points. But the issue was he was 7 for 23 from the field, 4 for 15 from the line, 3-point line. I do like that he took the accountability in the second in the post game presser. But these are things like as a champion, damn near like as a veteran now, you should know right from wrong. Like there was a possession in this game or sequence in this game where Jason Tatum literally shot 3 straight threes. I mean, literally 3 straight threes. One of them was on Cat. 2 of them was on Brunson. And I'm thinking in my head, like, how do you just keep shooting threes and the size advantage you have on Brunson? Like, force yourself to the paint. Like I said, he took accountability in the pressure and said he settled. He should have been, more aggressive going towards the rim. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand what he be thinking sometimes when it comes to him being out there. Derek White shooting 16 threes, cool, whatever. He only like on 5. Jaylen Brown 1 for 10 from 3, cool, whatever. There's a stat out there. I'm not gonna find a stat right now. But
I got this stat.
I'm pretty sure you don't know what stat I'm talking about, Josiah.
The Celtics missed more threes than the Knicks had threes in the game.
Okay, so you didn't. That was not the stat that I was talking about. There's a stat out there that they missed what? They shot 63 point attempts. I think like 40 of them was wide open. Like 40, 45 of them was wide open or something like that. So they shot open threes. Let's get that clear. They shot open threes. They did not convert the open threes. But you want to look at your best player and you do not want him to settle that often or that much. They just didn't shoot well. And when them not shooting the ball well, the Knicks got a chance to get a game to steal a game in game 1. You know what I'm saying? And you never want anybody to come out and just steal a game in game 1. I ought have thought that one of the games the Knicks will win will be probably game 2 and or game 3 when they go back home. So shout out to the Knicks, man. Stay composed. They kept fighting. Was down 20 with 5 minutes to go. Stormed all the way back, and when it's also when it was most needed in that fourth quarter, put the ball in Brunson's hand that he delivered. So shout out to the Knicks. We got Josiah approved, another Knicks fan. He's going to chime in on this game right here and see what T and Tween got to say about it as well.
Alrighty. First of all, good morning to the speakers and listeners. And the fact is that this is a great game. This is a very great game for us. A big game for us. A feel good win. A very feel good win. You know, 108, 105 in overtime. We was down by 20, but with about 5:47 left in the third. Then we stormed all the way back to take control of the game throughout the fourth and overtime. Jalen Brunson was just Jalen Brunson in the fourth. 11 points. 11 points could have been 13 if he hit that floater over over Horford. OG Anunoby, 29 points for OG Anunoby. An efficient 29 points. This is the first time he scored over 15 points against Boston since the 2019 season. So I'm very happy with his production. Josh Hart, another great outing for him. Mikal Bridges, he showed up in the overtime. He showed up in overtime, hit a huge corner three, and then played tremendous defense on Jaylen Brown on the last possession of the game to basically whip the ball away from him and just throw it to make sure Boston doesn't have a chance at getting it back. And also, I'm gonna shout out Tibbs. Tibbs did a tremendous job coaching this team yesterday's game. We switched about 33 times against Boston. We constantly switch. We constantly put different bodies on Tatum and Brown. We constantly made sure that they was uncomfortable with their rhythm, and we forced them to settle for threes, which played to our advantage. So this is a great thing for us. Really, really like the fact that the game we took is game one. I still say Knicks and sevens just go out there and just probably take the first two then, because now momentum is on our side.
Wait, if y'all win game 2, you're still saying Knicks in 7?
Yes.
That's
What's
okay.
That means you would lose the next 3 or 4 games, 3 games. Like
Maybe
you took home court advantage. Now you're going back to the Madison Square Garden up 2-0. How is it going 7?
I guess they lose two at MSG. I guess
Okay, okay.
doesn't that
Like
defeat the purpose, Josiah? If y'all win the first 2 games, in your opinion, if y'all win the first 2 games, doesn't that defeat the purpose if it still goes 7?
it does. But for us, we for us it's like this is like a big win for us because we've the narratives has always been going into like this postseason that the Knicks hasn't beat a team that's a top three team yet in the NBA. And yesterday we did it off of gritty defense and timely shot making. So we this is a game that you gotta. This is the game that you want to take. If you're the road team, you want to take the first game. Now I have to see if we can go out and take the second game.
Yeah, I'm big on game 1 victories and series, especially for being a Heat fan because we went into a lot of these series in our good days against Milwaukee or even against Boston, winning game 1. And for me, when we won game 1, it set the tone for the series a little bit because now that team that's down 0-1, even with that other home game, you on edge, right? And what I mean by that is they got to damn near play 2 straight games and treat them as like must-win games, just in my opinion. Because, and let me explain what I mean by that. If anybody that's down 0-1, you ended up going down 0-2, and both of them games are at home, you panicking because then the other team is now going back home playing 2 games at home. And if you go down 3-1, you pretty much can pencil that series in as a loss, right? Pretty much. I'm not saying 100%. And then also, if you do happen to win game 2, and then it's 1-1, then you have to go back to their crib and try to most likely win game 3 to avoid going down 2-1 and then having to play with that same pressure that you played in game 2 when you were down 0-1 because you don't want to go down 3-1 if they win game 3. So for me, when you take that game 1, and I know I just said a lot, but that's just how I look at it. When you take game 1, you sort of kind of set the tone for the next 2 games because that opposing team is damn near playing 2 straight games as must-win games. And this is only for the scenario if the team is home first. Like all my experiences, we were on the road against Milwaukee. We were on the road against Boston. So coming out and taking game 1 sets the tone because I think that those teams now have to take game 2 and game 3 and treat it as must-win games.
Yeah, and it flips home court. It flips
Yep.
home court by you splitting it. Flips home court. Like all that, like oh 7, we can get it at home. You have that chance. So you just spoke to like going up either 3-1 or 2-1 to make this shit a 6 game series. All
Yeah.
respect to it depending on how you do those next games
Yeah,
at the crib.
Yep. That's exactly how I look at
yeah.
it.
I was about to just speak on the game. About the nuances of the game. If you watch that game, especially late in the game, when I was like, "Yo, Brunson got a lot of money," then the Boston played that differently. They started putting Drew on him, and they were shading him. They literally left Josh Hart wide open. So what's it called? Brunson had back to back turnovers because he's like, "Yo, two guys are in the same corner. OG was in that left corner, and Josh Hart was like in that wing slash corner. Like you know how the wing is like right next to the corner. Like he was right there. It was like the same side. So I'm not gonna hold you. If you looked at, I think Brunson had two free throw trips on the pump fake. He caught JB in the air. You feel me? That's JB. He can't get caught for like that. And then I think there was another attempt where he got his own miss rebound, and Derek White jumped. If you've been watching, they've been trying to take away Brunson's free throw trips. A lot of his 2 point scoring. They were waiting for him to shoot the midi to contest after. Also, if like I'm not gonna lie, my biggest takeaway is like, yo, Boston can still win this series even though the Knicks won. It was like a really comeback. Like Boston damn near choked. It is what it is. But if you look at them not guarding Josh Hart, Mikel playing 42 minutes, playing amazing defensively. Where he got the rip on OG. He was a pest all night defensively. If you look at what OG was doing, also his scoring production, I think he had 23 points in the first half or closer to that third quarter. So like this was a Knicks good win, but Boston is still in the driver's seat in my opinion. Like they're playing a chess match right now with Missoula. Like they're gonna double team Brunson late in the games. They're gonna bank on the others beating them. Like Cat didn't have a good game. I don't think he's gonna have a good series because Tatum is guarding him, and that pick and roll they're blowing it up. So he's not gonna get post up touches. Is he? I don't think he's gonna get catch and shoot opportunities because you might have Miles McBride or Josh Hart on the court, and they're not respecting them. So they're basically funneling, packing the paint, disrupting at the nail. He can't put the ball on the floor because they have Derek White at the nail. So this is going to be a tough series for Cat. I don't know if he's going to perform. Brunson, he's might get his numbers because he's just that good, but they're trying to really take away everything he's good at: mid-range shooting, floaters, getting to the rim, getting to the line, all of that. 23 shots, only 7 free throws, and 2 of the trips was pump fakes that niggas bought. You feel me? That's about it though.
Um, Ev, you here?
Yeah.
Did you watch most of this game or you was out? Because I know it's Cinco de Mayo and shit.
Yeah, more so out. But I didn't lock into the whole fourth, I would
So
say.
so I will say like in terms of like the whole Jalen like Jason Tatum shit, I thought he was playing well through 3 quarters. It was to me that the JB bench lineups, regardless if it's Derek White out there, regardless if it's Drew out there or Al with him, I think the missing KP because one of the like biggest things they've done on the bench is use JB and KP minutes together to give JB the spacing to go attack, right? So I believe it was that JB lineup with no Jason Tatum on the floor, which started the little momentum for the Knicks to get back in that game. From him just throwing bad passes, couple minutes.
His mic went out, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know where he going. But I'm about to see where he about to go. But Boston did only make 4 field goals in that fourth quarter. That's ridiculous. Tatum was over 7 from field, over 5 from 3. So I guess he's saying that when Tatum did not start that fourth quarter, they sort of kind of picked. I think he's trying to say the Knicks, continued the run that they were on in the third quarter, and then Brunson came back in, and Tatum came back in obviously as well. But I guess it started going. The comeback was slowly but surely happening and things of that nature, and Boston
I,
continued to step.
I got a phone call. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, yeah. T. I'm assuming he got a call again. Stop, Milo. I'm assuming he got a call again. So I think that's where he's going. And Mr. Statology put the stat in the chat. Go ahead,
Can you
T.
hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think them losing KP because to me, regardless if necessarily he's making those 30-footers, he still has a respect on when they do the JB KP pick and roll to attract that defender where you actually have to show out there. You can't just leave him, and that allows JB to get those one-on-one looks. And then to the 40 missed like wide open threes, to that point, I do think a big portion of them were open, but I also am not on the side of, oh, before we even get 2 feet in the paint, let's take an early shot clock three. Whether it's Drew Holiday, whether it is Tatum or White or Brown, I think you can still generate a better look than that first open three. And it's like a late contest, but still, like to me, actually going through your offense, getting 2 feet in the paint, to me services you a lot better than first pass, a nigga slightly open on the wing or at the hash, just pulls that bitch. And I think that goes into it as well. I think those JB minutes were bad, and by the time Tatum came back in, I thought he did not play well to close that game. I think you spoke to it multiple times. You're getting Jalen Brunson on a match. Go put your head downhill, and I can't blame Missoula for that. I can say, okay, I don't like the fact that they play 5 out and they miss 45 threes, but at the same time, I'm getting my guys, whether it be JP, JT, Derek White, on favorable matchups, and instead of going downhill, these niggas are taking pull-ups with the contest in their face.
Yep, exactly what it was.
That is a good point.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I got a question to the stage and chat. Before we move out, get to this next game, and if we do hit playback, maybe more people. Well, no, I don't really care to circle back to this on playback, to be honest. But before we get to the next game, question to the chat: if the Knicks win Game 2, do you think they win the series? That's to the chat and stage. If the Knicks win Game 2, do you think they win the series? That's to the chat and stage.
No,
I'll tackle that question. It would take them honestly, Ev, going up 3-1 or 3-0 for me to change my pick. I still think that the Knicks defensively and Boston's good enough offensively and as a unit to me to win four straight.
I've
So do
seen.
I do I think it would do I think it probably if they go up 2-0, I think it goes 7. But I think I still would stay with my pick at Boston at 7.
Even if they go up 3-0, I've even though they didn't over like
If
the
they go up
like
3-0,
even if they do go up 3-0, then I'm talking about the Knicks. We've
yeah, I'm
seen
here.
we've seen they were a Tatum rolled ankle on Gabe Vincent away from fulfilling a 3-0 deficit in the literally first quarter, first 2 minutes of a ball game. Like, let's not act
And they was
oblivious
also
to
a
facts.
crazy Derek White game winner away from going home at 6. Like,
Yeah, like what, bro? Like, come
it's
I
on.
about to
mean,
happen.
that's. I mean, I just seen Aaron Gordon hit back-to-back game.
Yeah, crazy.
Nah,
That's
I'm not gonna
life.
lie, 3-0 comeback is insane, game.
I've
Yeah,
seen it.
T funny as hell, dog.
You said I'm funny
I mean,
for that?
tween
Oh.
is my bad.
You mad because it's Miami? If
No,
it
I'm
was the
not.
fucking
That's just
Utah Jazz,
that's
you would not say
Why would
nothing.
he be mad about a series he won?
yeah. We won the series. What do you mean?
But did I not bring up good insight into
No,
defense?
no,
So
no. Shaggy just
the
brought up a
possi-
great. Shaggy just brought up a great counter. What do you mean?
what the Derek White game winner?
Yes.
I mean, that's you gonna have game winners in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think. All shout out to Boston. I don't think there's like even the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant. I don't think a team down 3-0 is going to win four straight in the playoff setting. That's just me though, just me personally. Like to me, it's hard to believe a team's going to win four straight games. That's why I did preface it like if it's a 2-0 or 3-1 because I can see them winning three in a row. I can't see a team winning four in a row. All respect to Boston.
Okay. Uh, I think a lot of people say. Let me read some of the chats. Bray said no. Ari no. Justin no. Risha yes. Nug Life yes. Patrick no. I've seen Boston come back 3-0. What Boston you seen come back from 3-0? Until Boston double back the defeat, coming back from anything is possible, in my opinion. Okay. Boston, I'm missing as much again. Okay.
But Ev, you seeing what they're doing on the non-shooters? You see how they crowd in the paint. They're taking Cat away in this series. They're schematically taking out him in this series. Would you agree?
I mean, a lot of his was to do with the foul trouble. Now, obviously, Tatum guarding him can limit some of the things that he can do from an from offensive perspective. But yeah, I mean, I think he was dealing with foul trouble a lot in this game. 5 fouls, only got to play 31 minutes. If that wasn't the case, he probably would have played, north of 30 plus, so 37, 38, 40, 39, 40. He probably would have scored more points. 14 and 13 and 31 minutes. You're not nobody's mad at that. Now, when it
You
comes
gotta
to
watch
him,
the games, bro.
when it comes to the what did I just say that gets to
14, the 14 was, bro. It was a lot of like nigga off ball,
what
midi
again?
wide
What
open off
that
the
doesn't
tilted
change nothing
defense.
that doesn't change nothing that I just said though. I just say like it looks like, but I'm looking at it looked like he had a good first half and a bad bad second half. He was 1 for 7 in the second half. And like I said, my main point is he only got to play 9 minutes in the first half. 9 minutes. When all these other guys play 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, are you telling me he wouldn't have got more shots and probably would have scored more? Is that what you're trying to imply?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
I think that's a dumb argument. If your argument is like the shots up are not going to be great shots because of how they're defending him, I think you have
Yeah,
more merit
cool.
to argue
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'll say
But
cool to that.
to say he's just not going to get shots up, especially like Luke Cornett out there, especially the bench lineups, like I think that's just like obtuse point between. And I'm being honest with you, brother.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping off. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But that's that for Knicks Boston. I do definitely want to lean heavily on you guys to sort of kind of walk me down what took place in this game one. Because man, I went out. I fell smack out for this game too. Shaggy style, early. Early. I wake up. I pick up my phone. I say, okay, see in control. I can go to sleep. I wake up 5, 6 a.m., something like that. Pull up my phone again and check the box score. And I see 101. I see 121 to 119. I'm like, what the hell? Like I don't even know how it even happened. I think they was down 10 points in the fourth quarter, and they came back and got the win. I know what happened with Chet at the free throw line. I know about the Aaron Gordon game winner and whatnot. So 121 to 119, Denver defeated OKC in game one of the series. Never go to sleep when Jokic is playing. Tween and T, I would assume. I think Shaggy probably fell asleep too. I would assume y'all was all the way locked in. So I am going to ask y'all about
Yeah.
this game one real quick before we get to previewing the Warriors and uh, Wolves series.
Yeah, I got you. Just from a defensive, what's it called, takeaway, CB was on Shea. Think earlier in the first quarter, I think he was getting cooked, but later in the, he did a good job defensively picking him up, wearing him down. I think at one point he went like 7 of 17. But really, this game to me was the others. The what's it called? The Chets, the J Dubs. This was a very easily. This is a victory. They were up 114 to like 104 with like 4 minutes to go. Like that is insane. They played. They were double teaming Shea. J Dub got the ball in the midi area and he couldn't convert. Same with Chet. Bro, them two free throws. You foul up three. It's just like, bro, really, they should have never been in that position. You have the ball. Shea gets a quick bucket. You're up three. Jokic is on the bench because of defense, because they're expecting them to foul. They was like, yo, we going to foul Shea. We going to send him at the line for two free throws. We're going to sub Jokic back in after the first free throw, because that's the substitution. The refs going to let him sub back in. Nigga, you score without Jokic on the floor, and then Mark Decanol fouls? And then we all know what happens. Chet misses fucking what's it called? The two free throws. AG makes it three. Like, bro, this was a very comfortable cruise control type win for OKC. They did everything right. Jokic got hot late. I'm not gonna take away what he did. I think he scored like 14 in that fourth quarter, midi after midi. There was one point, it was like 101 when Jokic hit the three to cut it to 114, 115.
Yeah,
It was a 1 point deficit at that point with a minute and 10 seconds left. That was a big shot Jokic just hit. You know what
yeah,
I mean? It
yeah. I saw that it was like a minute and 50 or something like that to go, and they were down four. And Jokic, he had iHeart on him, and he was like jab stepping a little bit, pump faking a little bit, and he just pulled it and knocked
exactly.
down that. And yeah, the second what you just said, he had 18 points in the fourth quarter, bro. And he didn't even play the whole fourth. He had 18 points in the fourth quarter. He didn't even play the whole fourth. He shot
I,
10 free throws in that fourth period.
I will say, Ev, because I did watch the whole game. I definitely was watching super hard, for bet purposes. But to the actual game itself, it was one of those games to me, Ev, where like OKC had control, yes, but they never won on that second run to like put them out in terms of the Nugget side,
Yeah,
right? Because they
yeah,
went up 10, Ev, and while they went up 10, I believe SGA got subbed out, and then you have Caruso, Dort, the combination of the wing defenders, the 3-and-D kind of guys out there, and they just started letting up points. From a defensive side, I thought Jokic literally had his way with anybody. Period. But if you're talking
Outside out here.
specific, if you're talking specifically in the post, Eb, I thought iHeart did do it. Was the only person doing a good job. I think Chet's just too little. I think we've seen that all night. That Chet was too little. Even when they were running double big, but Chet was the guy on the block guarding Jokic, and iHeart's the coming over for that double. Even that Jokic to me did a really good job of getting into his chest and getting that shot up earlier than iHeart's coming over to show that help side, that secondary rim protection. Um, Outside of that, I just thought their possessions were sloppy, bro. Not to do I told you so or harp on a point, but J-Dub didn't have a good game. We had some pushback in the list from me and others about where J-Dub should be ranked based on how other people have already shown us their playoff performers, but he just does not show up. So they lost the SGA minutes. I think SGA came back in at
No, they
8:30.
won the SGA minutes. They were
The non SGA minutes. My fault, brother. Thank you. The
okay.
non SGA minutes, which they've been winning consistently throughout the year, barely winning, but and the playoffs they've been winning as well. They lost those minutes. Dort was solid. J Dub just wasn't doing anything from a creation standpoint. A lot of his shots were super flat. I can picture like I believe it's 1-3 in that fourth quarter. One was an air ball. Another one was super flat off the front rim. And outside of that, they just out executed them. They let them hang in that game from the OKC standpoint. And when you let somebody hang in a game and you're playing the free throw battle, all it takes is you splitting. And then they had, they got the best, the best outcome in terms of who they got to shoot that ball in Chet, and he missed both. And then
And
from there, you see the Russ push, and you see the Russ three. And I thought Russ had a phenomenal game out there defensively as well. Same with Christian Bond. Everybody sees SGA, grifting the fouls. I thought Christian Braun a couple of times in that fourth quarter did a really great job of moving out the way. Like I can clearly see that I have you in good defensive position, but you're about to drift your body into me and try to score. Christian Braun, I think 2 to 3 times just completely moved out the way, and I think that threw SGA off because I thought he was getting those calls regardless. But Christian Braun to me did a really well job of getting his body out of that way. So at that point, you're putting up a bad shot looking for a free throw. We're moving down the other end, and Jokic is doing Jokic things. Yeah, outside of that though, like I thought Jamal had a hell of a game. Aaron Gordon came up big in that fourth. I think that was just a total team effort. To like no agenda stuff. I think the Nuggets are a really good team with the best player in the world. I just think they're a good constructed team. I don't think their bench is necessarily the greatest, but I thought what contributions can do to you to hold you over on the bench, what Aaron Gordon can do to hold you over on the bench, did enough. And MPJ didn't have a great game, but I don't expect him to. I think they did a phenomenal sub by keeping MPJ out of that game and keeping Russ in, which most people would disagree. I think he missed the corner three late, but he was a major point defensively for them, and as well as rebounding the ball and just having the effort out there. The entire Russ experience. To summarize it, I just thought they had a phenomenal game. OKC just didn't do the job to go up more, and that's to me where they lost that game. When you're up 10, especially a team coming off of Game 7, you got to put them niggas lights out. And I always agree with that. Like you have to put those guys away, especially when you
yeah.
have a Jokic or a top five player on the other team with a good roster.
both they have two top five players. But yeah, I
What?
was just
Who has two top five players?
I'm saying both players
Both teams. Oh,
are
okay,
top
okay,
five.
okay.
But yeah, like the nigga, in my opinion, bro, when Russ missed that corner three with 25 seconds left, they get the rebound. Then Aaron Gordon spins, Jada blocks him. Alex Russo gets the ball. He gives it to Shea. Bro, that should have been the game. Shea goes to the line, makes two, boom. They up three. You should have just been a man. I know people like to foul up three, don't foul up three, whole nonsense. It's the type of fouls you also get. They're in the bonus that whole fourth, damn near. Why is Caruso fouling dude with 11 on the clock? At least fouling with like what less time on the clock, so they don't have timeouts
Oh,
too.
and to that point, Ev, I agree with fouling up three, but my issue is if they didn't have
With
a
10,
timeout, Ev, at a lot of points in
Yeah,
the
that's where
foul
I'm
off
at with that.
last
with 10
more
Yeah,
than
seconds,
five
you got to
seconds,
do it with three.
and it's like to me, Ev, if Russ, Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, and those guys generate a three and they get a look that sends us to OT, have be it. I don't foul and then allow Jokic to be back on that floor because they didn't have a
Exactly.
timeout to get Jokic back in that court or back on the court. So to that point, I just thought they another a little tad bit, and I'm a little bit nitpicking here is SGA cut to the basket, just trying to get open, knowing they were going to hit the free throws. My thing is, yeah, you can take the layup, but you're taking off point 0.6 seconds instead of, to me, don't take that layup. You run more time. If it's 3 to 4 seconds, just off your speed, because they're going to go try to foul you. To me, you run those 3 to 4 seconds off instead of just, cut back door and get the easy lay. Like, to me, you run those seconds off because that's what sold them in the end. Like, to me, like, them not managing that clock right while also fouling the 2 point shooters while being up three, that's to me what's lost them the game. And that last challenge was terrible.
Yeah, that. To be fair though, I see what he was trying to like. Okay, I fouled Jokic earlier. Shea smacks Jokic. Cool. They don't call it. The ball gets loose, and then Jokic like throws the ball on the floor a little bit. Shea picks it up. Then they call foul. Bro, the referee when he called the foul matters. There was no contact when he called a foul. The contact was already deemed loose. Like they gotta clean that up. The review shit. Like, bro, if I'm challenging a play, the the time you call foul, like you can't have a delayed foul, bro. Like they gotta remove this delay shit. If the referee seen Shea grab his arm, okay, call it right then. Don't call it when the ball's loose and nigga about to pick it up and they about to get a layup. Like they should have easily won that challenge.
Tez, I understand why not scoring, like while you're saying because you have the chance to miss the free throws, but to me you waste more time. Period. And you're SGA. Like all respect to you're the best player. What 90%, 89% free throw shooter. To me, I think you take that chance to waste three
He
to four
missed
more
like four free
seconds in a
throws though, to
nine
be
second
fair.
wait,
game.
what happened? What Ted's referring to?
Because I've
What?
mentioned the SGA cutting to the basket instead of wasting more time for the layup. Like I thought he should have wasted more time. That's just my opinion. Instead of just forcing that layup. But he's saying you could have missed the free throw anyway, so just take the layup.
Mm.
But if he scores quickly, Jokic is at the scores table and he can't check in. They have zero timeouts. It was a mind game. That was a smart play by Shea. He wastes no time on the clock. Jokic can't make the sub in because it's a scored basket. You got to get a official the ball in inbound. Aaron Gordon has the ball. It's Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon, fucking Russell Westbrook, bro. Michael Porter Jr. I don't even think he was in the game at that point. You don't have nobody that's creating a good quality 3-point shot.
Y'all talking about this cut right here that SJ did at 11 seconds with a dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
11 seconds.
my thing is you can waste 4 to 5 more seconds there
But
instead of just
Jokic is not
running
in
to
the
get that
game.
dunk.
Who's creating the three that's gonna kill you?
I need to see how that Aaron sequence went because they fouled Aaron literally in 1 second. Like damn, they didn't even let no time go a little bit.
But Caruso is just an idiot. I guess the Mark Decanol said, "Yo, foul quickly." Bro, you got to be smart with the foul time management. Why are you fouling right when the inbound happens? You got to at least eat clock. We see all the time in the fourth quarters, in the third quarters, where the team that the last possession, we got a foul to give. Essentially, we're not in the bonus.
What
We're
was the
gonna
score
commit.
when actually missed
Hold up,
that
we're gonna
when he made
commit
that
the foul
dunk
to
in?
give with less
They put him
time
up
on
three.
the clock. That's gonna kill us.
You said they
You're
put him
not
up
in.
three.
You don't have a foul to
Yeah.
give. It's bonus.
How much
Why
time
not
was
do the
left?
bonus earlier? Make it kill clock a little bit. Essentially,
It was 11 seconds left when SJ made a dunk, up three. Then they fouled him at 10 seconds left. I'm okay with the decision to foul. I'm not mad at the decision, but you foul in 1 second, like that's crazy as hell. Like I gotta see what happened. Like Aaron Gordon just catching you immediately fouled him. That's basically pretty much what happened.
That's
It
definitely.
was immediately off the inbound, Ev.
Yeah, that's wild. Because
There's no, you're not killing no clock. They don't have
not like
timeouts.
it's not like Aaron Gordon was just going to pull catch it and just shoot it. Was it a situation like that, T or Twin?
No,
No,
Yeah, I
no,
no,
don't
he
he
think
was
was not a
I
literally he
don't.
threat.
was
He
Did
literally
literally
Denver
catching
wasn't a
the
threat
inbound.
to
did
shoot.
Denver have timeouts?
I
Denver
don't
did
think
not.
so. They didn't have a timeout.
They had no timeouts, and Jokic wasn't on the court.
No. Aaron Gordon has the ball and Caruso is
I
a
ain't gonna
punk.
lie, that's bad, bro.
I wish that, bro. I wanted them to
No
lose.
Jokic, no
Cause you
Jokic. You
gotta
up
you
three,
gotta
you
stop
foul.
playing with
Yeah, that's
basketball
terrible.
That's
guys,
terrible.
bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that's bad. That's bad, bad. Yeah, that's ass.
Who's
And then
creating a three that's
another
gonna
thing,
kill
Ev,
them?
I thought they did that kind of threw off their offense is it was even I seen Chet just go and try to once Jokic got that fifth foul off that tech, they just over tried to get him out the game. Like
Yeah.
they said F their offense, let's try to attack Jokic and let's get him his fifth foul. Or his sixth
Six.
foul.
Six, yeah. Even the play that Jay was it Chet dunked it when they called offensive basket interference where he hung on the rim and the ball hit damn near the backboard and it went all the way to the back court. He literally tried to draw a foul, bro. Like just flush it, Chet. You're too good offensively to be looking shaky in the playoffs. You're 7-1. You have a free lane in the basket. Jokic did not fully commit. Why are you trying to foul bait on a dunk? That shit was insane, bro.
Yeah, this looks rather interesting. Looking back at the scenario and the situation, I'm still going to watch the second half back, particularly mainly the fourth quarter to see how they defended SGA. Because I've seen some clips on Twitter showing how the elbows and the nail help all that there down the stretch of the game for SGA. And you're going to have to bank on the other guys to show up, bro. This is why BJ, Shaggy, and whoever else doubted what OKC can do from last year on down because of the guys around SGA. Jada 5 for 20, 2 for 9 from three. I think he was 1 for 7 from the fourth quarter. That's just terrible. Not winning no game like that. And they had a hell of an Alex Caruso game. 7 stocks, five
That's
threes.
a historical game.
That's a hell of a first player off the bench that had them numbers. Well, I want to give Caruso credit for that. With 20 points, 5 steals and 2 blocks. First person off the bench with those numbers. So yeah, man. Denver took game one. I'm gonna ask the same question that I asked y'all about the first game. If Denver wins game two, chat, make sure y'all answer in the chat too. If Denver wins game two, do y'all think they win the series?
He's
I'm gonna be
yeah.
on the opposite side, I think, from a lot of the chat. Yeah, I do. I think the best in the world goes up 2-0. If you're telling me he has to win 2 out of 4, I think he can do that. And that's me being honest.
I disagree with that assumption. I think Jokic is gonna get his. The problem in this game, particularly, Jokic got his. You didn't double team him nearly as much, and the other guys got theirs. Russ played well. Aaron Gordon played well. Even though Michael Porter Jr. was very bad, the others outplayed the nigga Maul. I mean, he went 6 to 16, but nigga, the two other niggas outscored fucking Russ Westbrook alone outscored fucking Jada and Chet. Like, what are we doing? That's the second best play. You think that's gonna happen throughout the series?
Yeah,
The
Russell.
others,
What do you mean he outscored them? What do you mean?
I think, what Jada in the game were like 18 or 16.
16 and Chet had
Russ
12.
had 18.
You say, oh, you saying? I thought you saying individually. I thought you saying both of them.
Individually, he outscored. Yeah, like bro, if Russ is giving me 18 and J Dub is not, if Russ is outscoring J Dub in the limited minutes he's playing, nigga, come on, bro. The series, like, bro, that's not gonna be throughout the game, bro. It's not gonna be a consistent theme throughout the series. That's a blip, in my opinion.
You saying game two the blitz?
It was a blip, like game one was. Like, nigga, if
Like a
Russ
fuck
out,
up.
like that's not gonna happen. J Dub is a all star. He's not
But
having.
that's not the scenario he just gave you. So why are you answering
Yeah,
from
if
that
they go
perspective
up
when he
2-0,
asked
if they go up 2-0, I still believe Denver can win. I mean, not Denver, OKC can win.
Why?
I'm banking on their depth.
But that depth got them down 2-0 at that point.
It essentially, I think they're gonna make some tweaks. I
Like
think
what?
they're gonna play Shea more minutes. They're gonna play iHeart more minutes. They're gonna try to cut back on the Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, and play their best 7-8. Same with Denver's doing. Denver's in this.
How many more minutes for SGA are you saying? Because he played 40 last night, brother.
He might every time Shea's in the game, he got Jokic got a what's it called Shea got to play that minutes. Jamal played 44 minutes last night. Shea might need to match his minutes 44. However long Jamal's out there, yo Shea, we gonna need you for the same amount.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Okay. I mean, majority of people in the chat said if they go up 2-0, they think it's over. Um, so we'll take it at that. Or
So
leave it
game
at
two is basically essentially a elimination game for OKC. That's what y'all telling me.
or
If they
more.
lose that game, they're on the cusp
Or,
of being eliminated.
if they lose that game, people think they're going to lose the series, bro. So
That's
yeah,
basically
if that's how
essentially
you
what
want to,
it
if that's
is.
how you want to word it, yes. If they lose that game, people think Nuggets will win the series.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think the Nuggets win 2 games and out of 4, brother,
Okay.
or 5 if they push it to 7. Like,
Twin be
Nuggets
funny.
win game 2. This shit over.
Yeah, I think I like what T said. Best player in the world, he should win 2 out of 4, and I think Jokic will win 2 out of 4. In that case, in that scenario, because you can look how he came out and the way he did to them game one.
I mean, in the first
42,
half,
20,
I don't think he
40,
played well. He
42.
played
It doesn't matter.
amazingly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He still had 42 and 22 game. It
He
don't
mind you, the
matter
nigga,
what
he
you.
was sitting. Hold up. He was sitting at 29 and
he
20, and
mind
I
you,
still didn't think he played well.
that's just you, Ev. But mind you, the nigga had almost 20 rebounds at the halftime mark with 16
Yeah,
points.
that's what I just said. He had 29 and
I
20
thought he played
midway through
really
the
well. I
third,
think
and I didn't think he played.
defensively, he played really well, especially with them having two
He
bigs who
he
tried
he
to
was
attack him.
hold on. At one point, he was like 12 of 27. Like he was very aggressive, but that aggressive didn't translate to baskets. Like he left a lot. He was looking a little Shingun. Like he was missing flip shots. He was missing layups. He missed a couple of deep middies. Like nigga, he went 12 of 26 at one point, and I didn't think he was playing well. He still had 29 and 20. So the next the next whatever, that's when I started to think he was playing well. When he was manipulating the defense, bending it, hitting them threes, getting to the rim, getting to the line, drawing contact, that's when he was playing well. Not when he was throwing a BS.
It
And
doesn't
then
matter.
Ev,
He still finished for 42, 22, and 6. Like,
I
what are you
thought he
trying?
was good in the first half, regardless. So you said all that. That's your opinion, brother. We can move on. Ev, I just think an interesting tad bit though is that they did dominate them on the boards, even with having two, bigs. 42 defensive rebounds to 30, 21 offensive rebounds to 13. OKC did dominate the turnover battle early, but I think those offensive rebounds and defensive boards hurt them. Same with points in the paint. 54 to 46. I think that hurt them as well. So I just think they bought more possessions in this game. They looked like they fought harder. I think they listened to the noise. Not to drag it, but I think they listened to the noise where people just, game one, people saying they go and get blitzed because they just got off of game seven, and they kept it close. I thought regardless of him shooting might not be the best. They were throwing two bodies at him on the post, whether it be Chet and Ihart or Ihart and Chet, regardless of who was guarding the initial post up. To me, they were throwing two bodies at him, even off of a rush, a rush hard cut, a Peyton Watson hard cut. They were showing him two bodies early, and I still thought he had a phenomenal game in that first half, and they kept it close. So I think the rebounding advantage, the size advantage that I thought would show from OKC's perspective, having the two bigs, just didn't show. And I thought they did a really good job, Aaron Gordon on Jade up specifically, making his life tough.
Yeah, good shout out with the rebounding thing. Nobody spoke to that yet. 21 offensive rebounds to 13, 42 defensive rebounds to 30. And a lot of that had to do with Christian Brown. I think he had 13 rebounds. Yeah, he had 13 rebounds, 4 offensive. And Aaron Gordon 14 with 7 offensive. So they came to help Russ Jokic out, and even Jamal getting 6 rebounds is good for them. So yeah, man. Great shout out with the rebound, more possession, more second chance points. And that allowed them to pull off the win 121 to 119. Shout out to Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And they definitely probably did listen to the noise. They definitely probably did listen to the noise.
Now I just think it was a lot of unfortunate situations.
Facts, Byron.
Like, bro, if we simulated this fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go, probably 20 times. The 19 other times OKC wins, bro. It had to
Yeah,
be.
I don't like simulating basketball when we know
No,
how
I'm just
basketball's
saying, like,
played.
yeah, it's a human. Humans are gonna make mistakes, but I'm saying, bro, Chet missed 2 free throws. Nigga had J-Dub got a wide open midi. Jokic doesn't even contest. Uh, what's the turnovers, like the free throw fouls, the game. You know, bro, there's so much shit that happened. You got to tip your hat to Jokic, nigga. He had 18 in the fourth, bro. He
But
outscored
you brought up
OKC by
turnovers,
himself.
and they won the points off turnover battle, and they won the turnover battle by double. OKC only turned the ball over 9 times to Denver's 18, and they still lost that game. I think if you're going to push to anything, it's probably the 8 missed free throws out of OKC. I think that's the biggest knack you could point to, them shooting 20 of 28, and I think that's what sold them. But I think to talk about the turnover battle when they lost that turnover battle, to me, I just don't think it's a good mark to bring up.
Shout out to my dog Omari, man. Uh, who you got winning mini or Warriors and why? Uh, I'm going live later today too, bro. I'm gonna see you in your live. I'm definitely gonna show you some love in your live too if you pop up live later. But um, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was one of the ones that said, and this is my general thought on it right now. I A lot of people in here did not like Jimmy to Golden State. I'm gonna just get on the record first. A lot of people in here did not like Jimmy to Golden State. I'm a big Miami Heat fan, so I know what Jimmy can bring to the table and bring to the game. Especially in playoffs, right? But so I knew, and Jimmy helped them win this series. Jimmy did what he needed to do in this series against the Houston Rockets, dealing with that injury that he's dealing with as well. Not even 100%. We all know that. But Minnesota on the other side, I think both teams can show versatility when it comes to lineups. I think both teams have a good defense. I think both teams have a guy that they can lean on and count on for offense. And that's Ant and Curry. The Warriors also have Jimmy Butler, which would probably be the third best player in the series. Now, if Randall comes out and performs how he did against the Los Angeles Lakers, then we having a different conversation. I do think the Warriors. I do think the Wolves can have some of the similar advantages that they had against the Lakers against the Warriors when it comes to size, physicality down low. Rudy, Nas Reed, Randall with those front court guys, and even J Mac. I think J Mac will be probably taking the responsibility of guarding Jimmy Butler and or Curry, or the Ant will see Curry and Ant will see Jimmy Butler. But I think Jimmy will probably be defending well in this series. If I had to guess and say my pick right now, I think the Wolves win because I just think that this is the year where they're going to go back to the back to conference finals. And then if they see Denver again, that's up in the air. And I'm at the point now, if they see OKC, I even think that's even closer than many people may think as well. So I got the Wolves winning this series in 6. Obviously Curry and I'm not going to back down, but I think that if the Wolves even show what Houston did from a defensive standpoint, I think Golden State struggles. And the difference is with Golden State struggling offensively outside of Curry and Jimmy, again, they have 2 really good offensive players in Curry and Jimmy, but it all depends on Paz, Buddy Hield, Moody, what the minutes going to look like. Yeah, I'm with Shaggy. It's not a Jimmy series. Like, I think Jimmy's going to be minimized to a T. And I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jimmy's going to be minimized. Like, I don't think Jimmy going off in this series. So I got the Wolves win this series in 6. And I think that the Wolves going to have too much offense to go against when the Wolves are stopping the Warriors. Like when the Rockets were stopping the Warriors, they didn't have that guy that they could bank on. Who in the Warriors can check in? Nobody. And he's a tough check, period. But nobody on the Warriors can check in. I think we have a lot of success in this series from a playmaking standpoint and scoring standpoint.
You
So
severely underrating the Warriors
I think.
Hey,
defense.
can I?
I'm
Can
not
I?
gonna hold on.
You're severely underrating
I'm
the
not under
Warriors
how I
defense.
just said both teams are good defenses though.
Nah. I don't
Nah,
like it.
you're
I said
severe. Like I'm
Yeah,
not for Ant
Moses
specifically. You're
Moody.
severely underrating
I
them.
just said both teams have good defense. I literally
No,
said both teams
no,
got
no,
good
no,
defense.
no.
But but to where I'm at, hold on, Tween. Let me respond back to goods, bro. I think both teams have good defense. That's literally what I stated. But then I also think that when the Wolves are getting more stops than the Warriors, in my opinion, the Wolves are going to score more on the offensive side than what the Warriors are going to do. That's how I look at it.
I
Who you think?
disagree.
Who you think have the better defense?
Who, Rockets or the Warriors, or Wolves and Warriors?
Wolves or the Warriors?
I don't know. They neck and they close. They neck and neck. They right there.
I will
You
say,
Yo,
Ev,
Goods, why you pull up when we over the
Bruh,
Thunder?
stop being champ, gang. He just came late,
yeah,
bro.
I
Y'all be
pulled up
thinking
here. I
about
pulled up,
bro.
bro.
You don't gotta
I
address
don't
that,
think
bro.
they.
Just stay where we at, bro. It ain't.
Ev, I will say because I did rewatch the matchups where Jimmy wasn't there, just to get like a little bit of context. I don't think it necessarily is a Jimmy series, but I still think he can show up in moments, right? I do
Yeah.
think they have defenders to me where J Max is a phenomenal defender, but he does have a issue to reach down. He has an issue to overfoul. And that's one thing I can see Jimmy exploit right there. In terms of the motion offense, I do think the Rockets to me are a better off ball defense. I think they're very similar if you talk about just guarding straight up. But I do think off ball they get a little bit lost, and I think I've seen it in those two games and I'm not going to just knock that, just pencil it in that it'll be like that, in the offs, right? But I do think if I look at Julius Randle in the Lakers series, to me, even outside of his scoring, he's in the air making great passes. I think we can limit a lot of that in terms of him getting 2 feet in the air and making that pass a hard pass and a bad pass to a potential turnover, right? I think even with the nail help that they show, I think it still can make Ant's life difficult at times. I think they have enough shooting to potentially like swing to a corner, and you can just kind of live. I think on the interior as well, as much as Draymond's undersized, I think with the nail help with Jimmy roaming off as well, I think we can do enough on the interior. Like I do think I do have it leaning mini, but I think it's a closer than people might give it credit for
I
when you
Man,
think.
talk about how they
man,
guard everybody.
I
bro.
think. I think Mini has the better roster, but the the defense that the Warriors play, especially behind like their POA, especially playing at the nail, like T said, it's going to give Minnesota a lot of fucking problems
Who they helping off?
because
Who they
be,
helping off, good?
because you said who are they helping off?
Yeah.
They're gonna help off of everybody. Like they're gonna do the same shit. J Mac is getting helped off of. J Mac is gonna have to dot them in their eye, and J Mac could do it, but he's gonna have to dot them in their eye. Rudy's gonna have to finish. Like just that's just how it's gonna be. We all know how good Draymond is and Jimmy is defensively, especially off ball. And if all that's going on like behind Ant, I seen the Lakers. The Lakers they didn't have any rim protection compared to the Warriors, so Ant was able to get to the rim way more often against them. But against the Warriors, that's going to be way tougher. They just have way better defense than them.
And
And
Jimmy,
even
Jimmy,
then,
Jimmy.
even then they did a good job of zoning up and like trying to keep him out of the paint. But eventually he figured it out. But still, it's Draymond we talking about. We all know how great he is defensively. We all know how great Jimmy is defensively. We all know how good their scheme is. So I think niggas should just hold off a little bit on saying that the T was going to like kill them or anything.
Who,
I think T Wolves got the better roster,
who you
but I
got winning
think
the
easy goes
series?
seven. Um, I'm leaning Warriors in seven in
Okay,
this
You want to
series.
and
bet?
and then and
How
and then
much?
and then goods. Isn't Jimmy checking Randall to you? Correct.
Yeah, Randall's not somebody that I'm worried about Jimmy guarding though. That's
I
Okay.
not.
ain't gonna lie. Jimmy got he not checking
Okay.
Randall with a bad
Yeah,
ass, bro.
that's not
He not
Okay.
somebody I'm worried
100%.
about Jimmy
He not
guarding.
Ed, my
100% attacking Randall.
Lakers fans
Ed,
thought
my
the same
issue
thing. Randall, that's why they gonna worry about in the playoffs on offense. They thought the
My
same
issue
thing.
is I
Nigga just
think
be saying.
Jimmy's good enough with the back line of Draymond to guard him. And that's me. Like I think Julius is strong enough to get to his spots, right? But I think we show enough help to help him in terms of him giving up the
Bro, but
size.
the back line not gonna be that easy when it's not Rudy on the court. It's gonna be Nas Reed spacing the floor out. Then what?
Exactly.
Then
Exactly.
what?
It depends on who else is in the lineup and where we show help from, Ev.
You know
Because
it's you know it's
be,
still
because
4 other shooters.
Like I don't know,
because
man.
even in the series we just watched, Nikhil was getting helped off of. He wasn't. Not every single game he's shooting 39 from three. Same with J Mac. He's getting helped off in situations. It is going to be situational when that help comes from, depending on who's making threes and who's not. If
But
J Mac comes out there, has an open three in the corner, two open threes in the corner, he starts off 0-2, I think we will rotate off of him. And I think we still have enough to show and recover in terms of helping.
who's the backline defense? Like who's rotating out of that?
What do you mean?
It,
What do you
it,
mean? Who's rotating out of
J
that?
Mac got the ball. It's a corner situation. Y'all not closing out to him.
who said we wouldn't close out? I just think you have a
Bro, the
strong closeout
Warriors
and you
play
He's
defend.
been getting to
fast
the
with
rim
Draymond at the
every
five. What are
time
you
though.
talking
Like
about? They play
if you don't
fast with.
close out to
Bro,
him, you have
y'all
a
are
straight
y'all
line
y'all
drive
are
I
to the
ain't
y'all
I
rim.
are
ain't gonna
y'all
lie,
are
bro.
still y'all
The
y'all are
Warriors too
still
small.
y'all are still explaining situations to the point where they can still get the ball and put the ball on the ground and get to the fucking basket, bro.
That's what
Who
I'm
are they?
saying. Tez.
Who are they helping off of? If they want to throw that little, if they want to throw that little gimmicky defense out there, bro, that means you're living with something.
Straight
Who are
line
they?
drive.
Who are they living at? Who are they have? Who are they living with? They have.
Nigga, we just
They're
said they're
living.
helping
They're
off of J Mac. We literally just
Well,
said that.
But
I
he
said
has
it.
the
I
ball
said
in the
it's situational,
rotation.
Tez. I
But
think it's
if
situational game
he
by
okay,
game.
if you living off J Mac and you're playing this gimmicky defense that you're explaining, you still that
Bro,
means you're give that
the
that mean
Warriors don't they don't have to play that gimmicky defense though, gang. That's the problem. They don't have to do that.
But T
They
just
don't
said
have
they're
to do that
doing.
like the Lakers. They could
you
play
Bro,
shit way
T,
more straight
hold
up.
up, cuz T just described what
so
they
you
would
think they
do.
play them straight up?
Yes, yes. I don't
But
think they're
that's
gonna be
not what
playing
They
T
don't.
straight
was
They That's not how they
describing,
play
cuz.
defense, bro.
Bro, that's not even how they play
And
defense.
who's Curry?
bro.
Good.
That's literally how they
Good.
played
Y'all
Good.
play
defense
that
in
gimmick
the
Good.
last
fucking
round.
two,
Good.
What are you
three
Who's
talking
Curry
about?
zone.
checking?
We
Who's
talking
Curry
Bro, do
about.
checking?
you
You said
it's
who's Curry? You said who's Curry checking? Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah.
Hold on. So
Probably
it's
throw
gonna
more
be
Conley,
Ant.
right?
It'll
Conley?
be Don. It'll be
Yeah, it's
Dante
probably
in
gonna
that
be
lineup.
Conley. Yeah,
Which
whoever the
lineup? Which lineup y'all talking about? The star lineup?
Yeah,
Or y'all
starters
talking about?
Conley, if
Are
bench
they
probably
bet?
Dante.
I
Yeah,
mean,
probably
yeah,
yes.
Dante.
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
yes,
gonna be either
starters.
one of them.
Yeah, their best lineup gonna be that lineup with Nikhil and Dante in the
Yeah.
backcourt.
He ain't. Yeah.
Yeah,
He not checking Dante, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dante or
that's
Nikhil.
a
Nikhil.
maybe.
No,
Bro,
I don't think
bro,
that's gonna be
what?
their best lineup. I think their best lineup gonna be the Ant Dante, J Mac Randall, Nas one.
Yeah.
We
Uh,
all
Yeah.
know
Oh,
it. We all
Wait,
yeah.
know
wait. Say
Dante
that
is
again.
gonna
How
be.
about Rudy?
Ant Dante, J Mac Randall, Nas. I mean, if you want to say Rudy too, I'm saying for floor spacing purposes. I like
No,
that
that's what
lineup as their
Bro, this
best
is a
lineup.
small team
that's
though,
what I
But
Ed.
said.
Like this is
but they still little as hell.
Yeah,
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 that's
that's my
yeah,
yeah.
that's
yeah,
what I
they
Yeah,
said. They
smallish
only
They
team.
that
small,
Like
would
bro.
that would be the way.
Why so if you're already small, if why the hell would you play it straight up? You're already smaller. You have to show some signs of help because you don't match up size wise. Nobody's going into the game. If I'm not matching up with you in size wise, I can't guard you straight up because I can't live with the results for a whole damn game, bro. You just can't do that.
Why
That's
are
not
we
even
acting
good.
like? Why are we acting like?
That's not even
What,
good coaching. That's not even
bro?
good coaching.
The Warriors are gonna force more turnovers than them. They're gonna force more turnovers than them, bro.
The Wolves are going to get more stops than
And
them.
yeah,
And they
no, no,
gonna
no.
get stops too. What are you
The Wolves are gonna
what?
out the Wolves are gonna out rebound them. The Warriors are gonna force more turnovers. It's to me it's gonna be late game situations. That wins this series. And I trust the Warriors in those situations more than I do the Wolves in those situations. That's really what I got it at.
Bro, didn't you just
That's
see
simple.
what Minnesota just did last year, bro? Like, you can't be biased off the fact that late game situation, like, bro, they literally had a great playoff run last year that puts them in a position to be executing in late game
Bro, we talking
situations.
about two
What did
It's
he
completely
like,
just
different
say?
teams. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about? We're
I ain't
talking
gonna
about two
hold you. What
completely
did he
different
just?
teams.
Joe, you ain't even say nothing to that man just now.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't understand what you're trying to say. It's
And
weird
and
shit
Bro,
to
and
me.
and, and Te-
y'all
Tez,
think
I
it's
can
too.
guarantee
Y'all
you
trying to think too deep,
I
bro.
can guarantee you they don't guard them niggas straight up.
Tez,
They're
I don't
definitely
think they
not gonna
guard
guard
them
him
straight
straight
up
up.
either, Tez. I think you show no help and you do show over. But to me, that's why I said it's game by game, right? Because
Facts.
I'm not just with J Max out there, just keep leaving him. No, if he's hitting them bitches, then you got to figure out who we are going to rotate off. And I think defensively, especially when y'all go small, it's whoever is not hitting that day is who the rotation's coming off or who we're making put the ball on the floor. I think it comes from game by game who we rotate off in that small ball.
And I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, T, even if you do that, right, and you are rotating and you are scrambling, them don't have to just be catching shoots, bro. If you already in fucking super help scrambling, I don't just have to catch and shoot, bro. I can
Everybody
catch
should be
the.
checking closeouts.
You're giving me you're still giving me avenues to get the ball and put the ball on the ground and drive to the basket. And when they're driving to the basket from the wing or the corner, the deep you have to shift because you're already in help. You're already in scramble. That's what it is. You don't J Mac or Nas or whoever Dante or whoever. They don't just have to catch and shoot the ball, bro. They can also catch the ball and put the ball on the ground and drive to the basket, and they all can do that.
And Tez, I'm not disagreeing there, but my issue is to me it's like maybe you're not phrasing it like that, but I do think the Warriors regardless of how I feel in the individual personnel about the defense, I think they have the defenders to scramble. and that's me to scramble and get back. Whether it be Draymond helping over, whether it be Jimmy helping over, or Pods at the nail help, or Moses Moody at the nail help. I do think we have the defenders to get to that corner, short closeout, and to me, put a hand up and still guard that drive. But you are right that it is going to shift over. Then that's on us making that next pass harder, which I think we have the roamers to do so.
Okay, so okay, cool. You think that is sustainable for a
I have many winning the series.
couple
How many
possessions,
games?
a couple moments in a game in a 7 game series? If it goes 7 game series, can you do that for a whole series? Do you think that is sustainable for a whole series? Moving around like that,
I
shifting like that, scrambling the whole damn game. Like that's not, bro. That like I get
But
it,
but
bro.
but but but
These niggas.
Tez, it's also dependent to me as well is what they're doing off those drives. To me, if J Max off those drives, not actually finishing over people like a Pod who might be coming out there, Moses Moody who's coming out there, then you don't have to shift as much to me, Tez. Or if multiple guys in the small ball to me are not shooting well, or Dante's not having the game we know of Dante, or Nikhil is out there, not hitting a three, which we've seen in the series before. I think it changes how much you shift as well.
And you speaking on if they're not making shots.
Yeah, and it also goes into like how what advantages they are creating, also not just taking the shot as well as getting downhill, whether it be J Mac, Nikhil, Dante.
So
Man,
uh,
y'all having this convo, and T got Minnesota winning the series, bro.
I'm like, that's what I'm
yeah,
about to my
yeah,
head thinking like,
yeah.
nigga,
That's
nigga
just
That's
me.
just
why.
That's
told
just
me to
That's
push
why.
it
That's
back.
why.
Like, I'm
I mean,
like, nigga,
Hey, it's
what?
crazy.
Like,
Hey,
I mean,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie.
you.
I ain't gonna
Ain't
lie.
that
But
just
that's
good
why.
sauce?
No cap. No cap. That's why I paused a little bit because I'm like, how can I counter you and you have
Bro,
them winning?
I'm thinking
Like
in
I
my
don't.
head, like, how can I even, that's why I didn't respond back to Tina more. Like, I just stopped talking.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
like, how
hearing
the
them, but
fuck?
it's like,
How can I counter what you
Am I
said?
not
You
having
don't even have.
objective takes though, like about how I
no,
think they can
No,
do
Yeah,
it?
no,
no,
no.
say
That
we
it's
just
not.
saying
It's
we're
no.
talking
We
about
just
It's
saying,
not.
yeah.
It's
basketball,
not
man. We
about.
just
No,
saying
it's not
no. We
about
saying
that.
it's gonna
It's
be a
just.
loophole. It's gonna be
I'm
what the
here.
team
I'm
do.
hearing what you're saying, and I'm trying to process it. But I'm trying to process it in a way where you have the Warriors winning, and I can't do that because you don't even have them winning. So it's like I don't even really know what to say
Yeah,
back because
exactly, exactly.
Okay, I get what
Yeah,
perspective y'all coming from. I mean, I,
yeah.
I have them all respect to the Warriors and Jimmy. I had them being a second round team lose anyway. Like, while like no troll, like I had them being max a second round team.
Okay.
I
Yo,
just.
good. You still up here, good?
Yeah.
Shout
You
out to
bet. Can we bet
Goods.
on this series?
You said what?
Can we bet on this series?
Nah, I'm not betting on any series
Wait,
up
Nah,
here.
Goods
he
picked
don't
the
want to bet.
Warriors.
Oh man.
We
I
already
also
locked.
Yeah.
Goods. We already locked, right?
Yeah, me and you locked.
All
I
right.
can't hear Goods.
Hold
Good.
on. How much y'all
Okay.
out?
Shout out to
We
Goods.
only locked some light shit, bro.
No,
Like
I
He
can't
wanted
get a
it's
like
slight.
not
I
some. He
can't
that
get
wanted
a
to
bad.
lock
slight
some light
50.
shit.
I can't get a slight 50.
He ain't even give me that.
I got some
Niggas
with
betting
Jada.
$10. What the fuck
I
you
got
missing,
some.
Tez?
Oh
I got
Lord, nigga that don't bet.
Niggas bet. Oh yeah, y'all niggas betting $20, $25, bro.
Bro, nigga,
yeah,
bro.
nigga,
Yeah, he
nigga,
said
I'm
he
not
gonna
I
bet
telling
Nigga,
threw,
you.
$20.
that's a
I
lunch. That's
threw,
lunch
bro. I ain't
money.
gonna lie,
Nah.
Shaggy. I
Niggas
threw
betting
50.
$20,
Shaggy, I threw 50 out there. He told me 25. He don't want to bet on them bum ass niggas. Quote unquote. That's what he told me,
Nigga,
bro.
Oh
that's a
man,
lunch meal, nigga.
he not really confident, then, man. He ain't really confident,
Nigga, I'm
bro.
not. That's why I got him in 7. Like I'm not confident in this shit.
So good. If we come down to a
All
game
right.
seven, you think we winning?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got y'all in 7 game. I
Okay,
do want to say real
okay.
quick though, if you are in here and you did not hit that thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up button for me. We're going to circle right back to the Warriors and Wolves. Before we circle back to Warriors and Wolves, I do want to circle the goods on the Nuggets OKC game 1. But if you are in here, you didn't hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button for me. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube. Also, if you are not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Fact and Stats is also a clothing brand. If you're ever interested in getting any Fact and Stats apparel, which new shirts that just dropped this Monday, I allowed a couple people to put some orders in on Friday. 5 different colors, new Fact and Stat design. You'll see Fact and Stats on the front in a heart shape, and on the back, speak your mind. So make sure y'all get you a new Fact and Stat shirt if you are interested. Last but not least, if you are not a member, RJ was good. If you are not a member, I would love for you all to become a member as well. How can you become a member? The link is in the description on this video. It literally says become a member. 3 different levels you can join as. First level for as low as $5. If you have $5 to spare, you want to extend support for the platform and show me that you're rocking me on a month-to-month basis, feel free to become a member. Shout out to TN Goods. They both won free shirts on Friday. So I'll definitely be shipping them free shirts this week. The new off-white design, or the new off-white shirt in the new design. So shout out to those two fellas. Somebody gotta be good in the verses, bro. Like, do good know the most music and facts and stats, bro? Like, what's going on?
Bro,
Fuck
stop what
no.
you
Somebody going on.
doing. No funny. Stop what you doing.
Fuck
Stop
All
what you
right,
no.
doing.
all
Stop
right,
what you doing.
all right,
You need
all
Bro,
right,
help,
you
bro.
got
For
all
you to
right,
What's
say
the
that out
what's
no
the
loud, you
funny.
need
what's the
help,
all
bro.
right.
hold on? What's the
I
category?
fuck with my guy Goods, but you about to have me slander this nigga. This nigga
Bro,
almost
and then
lost a Meek Mill Future battle, gang. You about to
mind
tell
you,
me who know the
mind
most
you,
What's the
music?
Hold on.
category?
mind
He lost a
y'all,
Meek Mill future
mind y'all.
battle.
It's not
Bro,
like
stop
good is winning
capping,
real
bro.
judge
God
contest. It's him, like the decider of the contest. Like,
Listen. I do want to take. I am eventually going to take it to another level. I remember talking to Lo about this. We have a music chat. I was talking to Lo and about this. Like, right, like it's some streamers like they be doing like music wars or whatever the case may be.
song wars,
Yeah,
song
song
war.
wars, and they have more than one judge. So eventually, I do want to get to 3, 4, whatever. If everybody is free at a certain time, right? Eventually, that was one of my plans. So that's just nothing new. But at the moment, I think I'm
Gotta
fair.
do
I
an
think I'm
odd number.
honest.
You gotta
I
do an
think I'm
odd number,
good.
bro. You gotta
Odd
do an
number,
odd
okay.
number.
All
Odd
right.
number of judges.
I'm
I
not gonna
think
I
lie,
I'm
ain't gonna
good,
Hev.
bro.
lie.
I think I do a good job at judging,
I'm gonna
bro.
keep it all the way 100.
You do a
I'm
solid
gonna keep
job,
it
but
all
you
the way
choosing
100. You
that
not a good
song
judge.
over that
You not a good judge, gang.
it
Me,
was that
You not a good judge,
it was
gang.
that Pooh
me.
Shiesty song. You chose
But
that
that, but that,
Rich
but
Homie
that.
Quan song,
Push, yeah,
gang. I can rock with that.
and I explained why I went with Rich Homie though. I explained it. Both was really
But
good songs.
listen though. You chose the risk. Your explanation was you chose because you just happened to be in a chill mood at the time. That's how you
Like, bro.
supposed to judge,
Nah, that
bro.
was some
Ed,
chill crank. Like it was some.
no, Ed. I promise you. You judge music off the mood you're in, bro. That's not how you judge music, gang.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's not how you
man.
supposed to be
That's
a
Look,
not.
judge.
Then
That's
you. Oh,
what
gang.
no,
you
no,
be
no, 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 no,
doing.
But
no.
you got niggas
Then
like
you pick and
Lolo in the
choose.
chat mad at me.
Lo-
He's sending me Wiz
Nah,
Khalifa
Lolo
pop
was bugging out.
songs, but he mad at
Lolo
me
was bugging
though.
out. I ain't.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, Ed. With me personally, if I was a contestant and you tell me my song is played out, and then you have the nerve to turn on "When I See You" and sing it word for word, I would be fucking pissed off too. Like, nigga, you can't pick
what
and choose
song
when
did I
songs
say
are
was
played out.
played out and they lost?
You cannot pick and choose when
What
songs are
song?
played
The
out,
song
nigga.
that Low said the played
I
out Young
think
Boy song, and I still advanced them though.
Nigga, and
Nigga said
nah.
he
I
took the
still
freestyle
right
and
left.
advanced
still
Low.
advanced it, bro.
Wait, look. What
Nigga
rank did
Huh?
you
did
do
said
Ten Friday?
freestyle and it made it to the next round, gang.
I sent
Yeah, come on
I
now.
sent I sent shoes. I sent Watch My Shoes
Like,
by
come on, bro.
Wayne.
You pick and choose shit, bro. You like, nah. You I ain't gonna lie. You stuck as a judge, bro.
Like Low sent one Young
Nah,
Boy song that was
you
like
no
super.
funny.
Even Terry said it was played though. Like, and I still advanced
Nah,
it.
no funny. No funny. Shout out to the people who be putting their money up and stuff. If I personally put my money up, I'm the judge. I'm not putting my money up for everybody picking random guys to be
What?
winning my fun,
I
bro.
don't think they care too much about that. But if anybody ever sponsor and want to judge too, y'all can judge. Like, I'm gonna throw it out there right now. If you ever sponsor, and I asking for that, but if anybody ever wants to, hey, I'll throw 20 this week or whatever, just for the freak of it. And you want to judge, you can judge. By the way,
What's the cat?
but eventually, I do want to get to like
What's the
3.
category for Friday, bro?
What's today?
It's
Tuesday?
time.
I think of it today. I'll probably
It's
throw a
time to
free
step.
shirt out or something.
Time to step into the tens, bro. 2010, 2015. I know they tired of the old
2010
stuff.
what? 2010 rap.
2010 to
What about the young?
2016. I like that.
Yeah.
2010 to
The
what?
tens
Nah,
2010
to
ain't
what?
changed.
Rap.
2015 to 2015 to
Yeah,
20 because
10
2016 started a whole new renaissance.
yeah,
So
yeah.
2015, you gotta stop it there.
That's why I say split that decade up because it was completely different from the
What
front
y'all
half to the
saying?
back half.
Y'all saying 10, 15 rap?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2010 to
2010
Yeah,
to
2015.
2010.
2015.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just rap or music, but it's one of the two, nigga.
I mean,
Nah, just
whatever you
pick a
want to do.
pick a specific
I was
genre,
going with
dog.
rap, but I mean,
Definitely
it
not
don't
R
really
and B.
matter
I
to
ain't gonna
me
lie.
though.
Not R and B. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, if you're
Not R
doing
and B.
2010 to 2015 R&B, it won't be like overplayed R&B though. It, like all
It
respect
won't,
to
but it ain't
like.
gonna be none of that. You think it's gonna be stuff that
Yeah,
like
at least
hit
then
though?
you'll be you more likely
I feel
to
like
hear
because
some songs you
we
never
did
heard before.
we did a versus like this was back when I was in like Space Days. That's
Nigga
wasn't
said,
touching
"Can somebody
stats.
beat Goods?"
But it was 2015 and it was 2010 to 2015.
Nah,
We was doing
Shaggy, he
years.
had to be
It was
trolling
like
when he
six of
said
us on
that.
it
Yeah.
was five of us on stage. We all had different years,
I
and they
haven't
did the
been
little
bitten
spin the
yet,
wheel.
gang.
There's some hits back there from R&B gang. I feel like it should just be black categories though, like black artists.
Oh, bro, no, make that round, make it a specific genre, bro.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just about to
that's
say
fair.
I want to do how we did on Friday. One round
Yeah,
R and B, one round rap.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like
Why
that
don't you have a
again. So
Latin
that's
night,
gonna probably.
man, with the Spanish music?
yeah. That's when I talk about.
No Latin night?
Shit, send it, gang. Maybe you win.
Nah, shout out to the Lions game.
Yeah, send some Spanish music, bro. You know, ever let anything pass.
Yeah, I don't know no
Yeah.
real bops, man.
I can hear him already. I like that little vibe. I ain't heard it before, man. You get a pass, man. You get a pass.
I
I'm
Y'all,
letting
like
that go
different.
through.
y'all say that and
Ain't
try
no
to get
day.
in
I
my
like
head so
different.
bad, and it don't work. Lolo, you suck. Lolo, you suck. You send trash music, gang. Stop being mad at me, gang. You suck. Like, see what I'm
Hey,
saying?
go
Like, y'all gotta
ahead, bro.
get into my head. You suck, bro. You suck, Lolo.
Now I ain't gonna lie though. He
Um,
did say one of the worst songs I ever heard in the verses though. That Wiz Khalifa has got to be a bottom five
but he
like verse
mad at
song.
me though. But he mad at me though. Like, I don't get it, bro. Good, if good, you up
Nah,
here
I ain't
still,
gonna lie,
gang.
that Wiz Khalifa was crazy.
I'm right
Hey,
here,
That was
hey,
gang.
no funny,
crazy.
no funny, bro. Hey, goods, bro. No bet, gang. I'm cool on that, gang.
Bro, what?
No bet, bro.
Why no bet now, gang?
Bro, I'm not waiting the whole
I'll
series.
take that 25 goods. Why not?
I'm not,
Yeah,
bro.
I'll
I'll
I'm
take
take
the
not
it.
waiting the
25
whole series.
goods.
I'm not waiting the whole series for no
I'll take
fucking
the 25.
$25, bro.
Damn, T, you about to bet. Wait, T, you about to bet against
Nah,
me
nah, nah, nah.
again?
That was
Man,
You
the way
still doing that
that
shit?
was a tad.
Nigga,
That
the
I
was a
way
told you
tad
I
Nigga,
went
you
to
excessive,
money
still.
bro.
game.
Damn, we
I went
just
to
had this
money
talk
game.
last week. You still doing that?
Nigga, was I supposed
nah,
to change my opinion because
that
Ev
That's your
didn't
number
gamble?
one favorite player. You betting against him?
I was supposed to change how I gamble
but
because
I
of Ev
told y'all
and a
how
nigga named
sick it
Byron?
was, bro.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, gang. You super jank, gang. I'm
I told
not
You
y'all
guys
how
sick in
sick
the
he
head,
nah,
was,
bro. You
bro.
super jank.
I
sick in the
told you I
head,
went to
bro.
money gang. Be mad at the money gang.
Good.
Nah,
What
And
y'all
happened to
need
game one of you
help,
yesterday,
bro.
bro?
eh, also, Ev, either way, I was trying to hedge, nigga, the whole time you playing. OG trying to fish for this bet.
So you're
Wait,
trying
T
to
better against the
hedge? Wait,
Warriors?
Bro, look at
you're
OG
trying to hedge?
fishing in the
Yo,
chat.
what?
Look at him fishing in the chat.
What you say? I love. Can I get my bet back? Oh, yeah,
Like,
OG. I ain't betting on Warriors and Wolves though. I bet you. I mean,
Oh,
I bet you back on whatever else you
and that's
want.
not crazier.
Damn, that's how
That's not
niggas
crazier,
moving.
Ev, because at least I'm just
oh,
hedging.
Wait, hold
nah.
on though.
Nah, Shaggy, you might be right, bro. Niggas ain't even confident, bro.
But not betting with your favorite player when you have a good team against another good team is crazy, low. You have Stephen Curry on your
I
mob.
ain't
That's your
gonna
favorite
lie.
player.
I ain't
Like, I
gonna
don't get
lie,
it.
y'all. I ain't gonna
What's
lie,
the
y'all.
issue?
We already done been through this though. Like, I feel like we already done had this conversation. We done already made this
Well, I ain't even trying to be funny.
uproar.
I'm not even trying to bait you, gang. What?
And I literally already told y'all, bro, I'm not betting against. I don't bet against my favorite
Nah, I'm
players,
not even trying
bro.
to be funny. Okay.
Don't you don't remember that's the reason we had the whole conversation with T to begin with?
Nobody come before
With you,
Curry.
with
Nobody come before
not matter
Curry.
of fact, yeah, they don't.
Nobody come before Curry though.
Yeah,
And
you
like his
don't.
fifth favorite player, by the
They
way.
don't. Which is why, and this is
Okay,
what I
so
told
F
you.
the money.
This
Money,
literally
money
what
aside.
this
All
literally
right,
what I
money
told you the
aside.
other day. You could just not gamble. It's always okay to just not gamble, bro.
Yeah, you could just not bet.
Right?
Cool. Okay. All right, cool. You don't got to gamble. Who do you think is the better? Who do you think is the better team though? Just curious. No money involved. Who do you think the better team?
They're the better team, but I still think I got the best
Okay,
player
see
on the
that's and
floor.
that's and
So
that's
I don't
really
think
what it
that
comes
matters.
down to. No, that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to.
If
Trust.
that's what you
It
gotta tell
comes.
yourself, brother,
It,
go ahead.
What you,
no, it's not even me telling myself anything, gay. That's what it comes down to
You
when it's
literally
all
told
said and
that to
done.
yourself. What do you
It
mean?
really comes down to
Man,
that.
come
low, what
on.
you,
I ain't
low,
telling you
what you
that.
got it going?
Gang, if
I gotta go on. Honestly, I probably gotta go on 6. If it go
Hey,
to 7 though, I got Warriors clear.
Lo, I missed
So
the
let's start there.
conversation earlier when you were saying you don't bet and when you do bet. So can you fill
Nah,
me
I
in?
was just saying. What's it called, OG? I was just saying I don't be betting against my favorite players, bro. I just don't feel no need to.
I'm not trying to ask you to bet against your favorite player. I'm asking you to bet with Golden State.
Nigga,
I
he said
want
ain't
minutes.
one of his favorites, brother.
Nah, what's it called? Ain't one of my favorite players, bro.
I
But
got to.
listen,
Okay.
OG, I don't like how like being somebody in the series and then they come back and want to bet with the next team after. Like, you don't think that's crazy though?
That's all. That's nigga. That's what
That
I've been doing all my life, nigga. Bet
I
back.
don't like.
That's what we do.
Nah,
Bet
we
back,
bet back for sure. But I'm talking about you can't just take the next series over. Like, what the heck? We gotta lose
nigga.
some
I don't
point.
know how long you gonna be in here. So you, nigga, if I don't take it now, I may not get
Nah,
another
it's a
chance.
lot of other playoff series, brother. Man, you don't find one you like.
I thought you. Oh, I was trying to give you the opportunity to bet with your team in
Oh
particular.
shit.
That's what I was saying.
Nah,
Your
just
team.
pick.
And your team
Listen,
may,
pick
huh?
any other series, brother. Pick whoever you want. Any other
See,
series.
and I would have thought it would have been the opposite. Like I thought you would probably say, "Nah, I'm betting. I
Nah, I
bet with my
would.
team. I ain't betting
Listen,
with
if
nobody
Anthony
else."
Edwards wasn't on the Memphis Grizzlies and on the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro, it would be like that for sure.
I okay. I respect it. I just didn't know. I ain't know. I ain't
Nah,
even asking Ev because I understand that Golden State ain't even his team. He just thought Golden State would beat us. So I'm not even asking
he
him. But
wouldn't have bet you that. He wouldn't have bet you on that
I
anyway.
know. I know how he move anyway. But the rest
Hey,
of you niggas, where it's your team?
and you niggas still won't bet. Niggas acting like they don't see text messages and shit.
You
Now a
hold
Yeah,
nigga
on. You
that
don't
ain't
Okay,
text
know
me.
that.
I'm
Don't
just,
do that.
nah,
You ain't text
but
me.
I'm
Hey,
just,
Don't do
now a
that.
nah,
nigga, no, let
The,
me
he
speak,
ain't
bruh.
text me.
nah.
Now
Hold
a
on.
nigga
Let
ain't
me,
gonna
nigga. You
pull
want me to
that
show the
game.
screenshot, nigga? I done text you too, nigga. Now you might have been on your phone. I don't know,
OG
but I
breaking up.
done
Is that
text
me?
you too,
Is OG breaking up or is that me?
Oh snap! He
That's
That's
did
you.
you.
just
That's
text
you.
me. He texted me 15 minutes ago. Gee.
nigga. That's a long time ago.
No, I'm
Hey,
thinking
Is
OG,
OG breaking up or
this
is
is
hey,
that
gonna be
me?
some long
Oh,
Hey,
it's me.
romantic.
Ev,
Me. Okay.
I baited that nigga to bet Pacers too, though. I baited that nigga to bet on them bum ass Cavs.
Yeah, I take that. And low, I give you if
I
you
think
if you
nothing wrong with
want some
that.
two bet
I,
shit. Who else wants some? Okay, I'll take
Well, OG,
Denver and
who else you want?
I'll
Take
take Denver
what
and
team you
Minnie.
want?
I'll
You'll
take
take
Denver and
Denver.
Minnie.
I mean, I'll just bet you on Denver. I'll bet you Denver OKC straight up. We don't even got to put many in it.
Nah, he want
No. It
both.
don't move like that. No. It got to be
Huh?
both of those.
What the
It got to be both
Wait,
of those. It
OG,
got to
how
be
much?
both of those.
OG, how much on?
OG? What is going on
Wait,
here? Why are you
OG, how
trying to
much?
let me
Wait,
take a
hold
parlay?
on. OG, how much on Denver OKC? How much?
You take both, I give you 50 or 100, whichever one
I
you
don't
want.
want both. I don't want both. I
OG, can
want
we
It,
make
straight
it
up.
see,
three
because
bets,
you
brother?
roaching. You
Can I get
Bro,
roaching.
OG,
OKC as
you
well?
have
can
the
I just
Warriors
get
winning the
OKC,
series though.
bro?
You roaching though. See, you niggas roaching.
Nah, I'm
Good,
not
you
even trying
so
to roach,
roaching.
bro. I just, I think we already
Now
spoke
you
on
ain't
why
got to give
I
me the
didn't
bet
want.
back. Honestly, you ain't got to
I,
give me the bet back. I don't
I
even.
like OKC though. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
yeah. You ain't got to give me the
See, I'll
bet
take
back
whoever
because
you don't like.
we ain't got no long history of gambling like that. And if we had a long history of gambling and we always bet back, that'd be different. But we ain't got no long history.
Honestly, OG, the money I just won was literally the money I just lost. So I mean, we
Yeah.
even
No,
right now.
you
I
good.
think
We
maybe
good. I just wanted to get
maybe
your attention because I knew I was, like I said, I was in the chat and I was texting niggas. I said, well, niggas, maybe they phone. I didn't know, so I just said, let me just get
Yo,
on the
this nigga
podcast.
is so crazy, bruh.
I
Like,
just had to. I
But
just
hey,
wanted to
but
ask
I
some
want
shit,
y'all to
man.
realize the way OG
OG, you
talking,
got Denver
I
though?
thought he been
Yeah, I
texting
got
me or
Denver.
something.
I'll
Can we
take
lock
Denver
it? Can
and
we
I'll
lock in
take
50
Minnie.
with that too?
Huh?
Can we lock in because that'll be three bets, bro. You got two favorites. Cavs is favorite, so is the Timberwolves. Can I get one favorite?
I'll take that. I'll give you that.
All right, I'm gonna text
That'll
you.
work. Yeah, that'll work.
No
All right.
funny though, OG. I can't get OKC. They literally down 1-0 right now.
What you mean? I'm saying I'll take Denver and you got to take
Yeah,
both.
and I'll take OKC.
But you won't take your
What
own team?
I'm giving you your bet. I don't care to bet or not, but I'm saying like
No. I don't
plus I
want you. No, Lo, I don't want you to do it because you feel like you owe me some out bullshit side. We good. You ain't got to give me
all
no
right.
bet like that. We good. We because me and you ain't got no long history game. Only niggas I bet consistently with is the nigga hosting the show, and that's probably it. That's the only one I bet consistently. So
Nah,
me
you
and
bet me
you,
football season every year, OG. Don't forget it.
yeah, but that's some one off shit.
He
But yeah,
bet you on football. I thought he said he wasn't putting no money on Cowboys last year.
You
I
just
don't
gotta
know.
catch that nigga, bro,
Nah,
when he throwing them things.
I get right. That's where I'm at with it. I understand low stance, so I ain't taking no shots at low. I'm chilling on mute. But
Yeah,
for me, if your team play a nigga team and you advance, and that's your team with your favorite player, your number one favorite player, and they go on to play another team, and the nigga that lost to you say, "Yo, can I get a bet back on this series?" And you say, "Well, nah," because they're going against another one of my favorite players. Like, huh? Like, nigga, that's your team and Curry. That comes first. Like, that's first. And you think y'all gonna win a
Bro,
series too?
bro, yes, it does come first. And bro, I swear to God, we just had a conversation like
No,
last
we
week. I
did.
think,
Yeah, last
bro.
week or
And
two.
guess
Yeah,
what?
we did.
If I have the ability to
So
not
just
want to
not bad.
gamble,
I
brother,
get
it's
again. I said
okay. My life will be just fine.
yeah.
I
I
understand
don't
your
need the
I
money,
understand.
bro.
I understand your stance, gang. I understand your
Like
stance. I ain't mad at it.
hey, guess what? I'm gonna watch the hell out that series, brother, and I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it with nothing but peace of mind.
And I ain't even like I say, I ain't even tripping with you because me and you don't bet like that. But if we bet consistently and a nigga pull that
Now,
shit,
OG,
yeah, I'm done. I
yeah,
ain't
I'm
fucking
gonna
with
keep it
that nigga
real.
ever again
Yeah,
in life. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
But
it
you
being
but
OG.
but
If
that
we and
ain't
you
you though.
really
You
had
me and
that
you
kind
ain't
of
gamble
like,
like that.
if we had that back and forth, like we just been, we locked in like that, I would have given you a bet back for sure.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
that'd
yeah,
have been
yeah, yeah,
janky.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been janky.
Yeah,
I'd feel like I'm walking away from that dice game at that
yeah,
point. That'd have
yeah,
been
yeah.
janky.
Yeah,
But
but if it's
you
me
feel
and you
me?
bet ever so often and you say, no, I'm good. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I'm good on that.
Hey, OG, just get my deposit ready, brother. I'm taking more money from you, nigga.
All right. Well, it'll be here. All right. All
Wait,
right.
the
Well, let
OG
me.
bet on the Cavs?
Yeah, he bet
Yeah.
Cavs. I don't
Oh,
know. He
No,
said he.
Byron, that's my thing. They don't even equal, Byron. That's what I'm saying. If they equal, cool. They don't
It,
even equal though.
I ain't gonna lie. It
congratulations
would
on your
be. But
finals appearance,
Ev,
man.
I'm kind of with you though, because it's not like it his second favorite player either.
He just
How you
like
know
Ant.
Is
that?
he
Yeah.
not?
Wait,
Is
now
he
I
niggas
not?
thought you
fear
said SGA was your second
now
favorite
niggas
player.
fear Ant though,
Am I
bro.
tripping?
I don't think
Am
I
I
said
tripping?
that. I don't think I said that because I remember correctly. I know for a fact they was literally tied because Shaggy was literally trying to tell me I had to pick one.
You know what? Based on that logic, I probably shouldn't have been with the Rockets then, because I fuck with Steph too.
You don't
Oh
rock with stuff
nah.
like
Oh
that, bro.
nah.
I fuck with Steph like you fuck with
You
Ant.
don't rock with
I
stuff
fuck
like
with
that,
Steph
bro.
like you fuck with Ant.
Nah,
I
you
fuck with
don't.
Steph like you
You
fuck with Ant
don't.
though.
You don't,
Wait,
though.
low, wait, low.
Shit.
I need an update on your player rankings, gang, because Jalen Brown is not top 5. Jalen Brown was above and SGA, so Jalen Brown's out of there now. Like, what happened, bro? I'm confused. I'm
Jalen
trying to.
Brown was above NSGA, bro. Hey,
So what happened? The nigga just won a Finals
But
MVP.
and SGA just came out of the whoop for you 2 years ago. That's when they became your
you
favorite
said
player.
SGA came out of the woodworks.
For them being labeled your favorite player, that was literally within the last 2
No,
years.
stop.
That
On
was the
God,
last
no.
2
On
years.
Jesus Christ, no.
So when was it for these two
Nigga,
players?
damn.
Ant maybe, but SGA
And for
no. You
sure, and
tripping.
for sure. Now SGA
Ant
went.
cool, whatever. But SGA, no, you're for sure tripping.
When for
I
SGA?
literally told you the exact moment SGA became one of my favorite players when I started liking that guy. It was when he shot that half court buzzer beater in Los Angeles, and he dropped. Hold on, my fault. I'm jolly loud. He
LeBron and
dropped
Anthony
his
Davis
nuts.
off.
So then,
He
at
dropped
that
his
point,
nuts.
mhm.
He dropped his nuts on LA and screamed, "I'm him." That's when he became one of my favorite players. Literally, that
So
exact
then
moment
that's
right
when he
there.
jumped. So when did he jump to number 2? Again, I'm not even trying to be funny, gang. When did
Nah,
SGA and Ant both surpass JB? Because if I remember correctly, it was Curry, JB, Kuzma. I know. If
That
type
nigga's a
of thing.
Kuzma
hold
No,
fan?
on,
no.
hold on, hold on.
Type of
What?
thing. If you know type of thing, leave it alone.
Nah, yeah, I rock with Kuzma.
Yeah,
Kuzma
it
one
used
of
to
my
be.
dogs.
It used
Kuzma
to be them
good. Ben
guys.
Simmons. I used to rock with Ben Simmons too. Ben Simmons was one of my dogs for sure.
So
Okay,
when
that's
did they?
like that's decent though. Like at least he had talent type shit.
Yeah,
Nah, shout out to Ben.
But this
Ben was a
Kuzma
dog.
shit we talking about was like 2018, 2019 type vibe though, like 2020 type vibe. Like
His rookie year type shit?
I think he was. What he got drafted 2017?
That 17 the game really moved you, huh?
Yeah, not like
Ben was shit.
18.
Ben moved me.
This
I
like
ain't gonna lie.
19 man. Ben
I
moved
used to
me
rock.
too.
Yeah, I used to
Like
rock with Ben hard. No funny.
So
used to rock with Ben
DJ,
tough.
Ed, and Lowe all was Ben Simmons fans.
Hell yeah, I was the Ben Simmons fan, nigga.
Okay.
Ain't
I
no
mean, I'm
shame.
talking
Coming
about
out the
Kuzma.
gate,
Ain't no
everybody
shame
nigga
about
was
it.
saying
You
was
damn
coming
right. I
out
was
the
the Ben
gate.
Simmons fan,
Bro,
nigga.
I was a Ben Simmons fan since Miles
Bro,
Bridges
really,
high
But
I
niggas, but
school.
think
niggas
every
call
bro, I
me
think
lame for my
everybody was
favorite
Ben
player
Simmons
for
fans,
liking
bro.
Monte
Real
Ellis.
live,
Okay,
bro.
I see what y'all
Relax,
niggas
That
talking
nigga
bro.
about.
first came out, we was all on the wagon, nigga.
Nah, I was a
Y'all
fan of his
crazy.
in high school. Like I'm talking about, I was watching him
We
in
ain't talking about like
Montverde,
that
Simmons
though.
bro.
is
West
fair.
High
I'm really
School.
talking about Kuzma. Like that's crazy game.
Bro, there literally used to be a point where people was like, "Who's better, Kuzma or Jason Tatum?" Like I
Yeah, and
remember
I
them
was on the
posts.
Kuzma
Bro,
side,
Shit
that was
facts.
ridiculous.
trolls. That was
No,
trolls. Fuck out of here.
that
No,
was
that
real
was
Wish I
talk,
not.
and
would
I
have
was
heard
on
a
the
That
nigga
Kuzma
say
was
that
side,
real
facts.
at
talk.
any
It
point.
was a whole
I'm
black
cool.
Bro,
people
I
that
never been a
That
fan of
nigga
Tatum
Kuzma was a
ever.
super senior. Y'all was gassing that rookie shit up, man. I hate y'all
I
niggas.
never
That's like
been a
gas
fan
to
of
Obi
Tatum
Toppin,
ever.
Barty. Like, what the fuck we doing, gang?
Niggas like gassing Malcolm
niggas
Brogdon.
just they
Shout out
gas
to Kyle
everybody
Kuzma,
up.
bro. Y'all got my man, y'all got my dog messed up, man.
Did
I
you
don't
just see
care.
what he did in the
Look,
playoffs?
He
leave it.
sucked now. That's
Leave
cool, brother. He
it.
sucked now. I understand that. I'm not delusional. He sucked, but
Nah, I'm
yeah, I
fine.
mean, he's still one of my dogs, bro.
And no
If
So
you
funny.
who? So we can answer that
And
this.
no
But who
funny.
is number
Niggas
two
being
though?
Ben
Who?
Simmons fans can never come at me
and I ain't
crazy
gonna
being a
hold you.
Tatum
How
fan,
you
bro.
just forget
Like,
about
no way.
my dog Greek though?
Nah, yeah, that's my thing. He was number 2 actually.
Yes, he
Nigga,
He
how
was
many
was.
carrying
niggas we
Giannis.
got? I
Giannis not
know.
number
How
2 no
many niggas
more.
we got? Nigga, golly.
Wait, Giannis not number 2 no more.
Nah, y'all done ain't been number 2 in some time, twin. I ain't gonna lie. You got a
So who's
hoop.
number 2, gang?
You got a hoop, brother. Like you got a
He
hoop.
been
Shout out to Giannis
hooping.
though. Nah,
Who's
not
number 2 though?
playoffs,
Who's number
man.
2? Who's number 2?
Ant-Man, bro.
Bro, they
Low,
beat
you
Ant-Man
the
not
count.
me, big
Patriots,
bro.
dude.
Low, you
So
not
you
me.
like that? So you
Low,
like
you not me,
SGA
big bro.
first? So you like
Listen.
SGA first, and SGA always been better and still is better. But the Ant surpassed SGA. Why? Because it's or
Because he dragged nuts.
okay.
I like my players. I like players that drag nuts, bro. I don't know why you
And
acting so surprised. That's always been how I've been.
who number 3, gang?
SGA, nigga.
Who is number 3?
How the fuck
Nah,
Jalen Brown
shout out
dropped so far
SGA,
after
bro.
winning the
SGA still
Finals
my dog for
MVP?
sure. But I'll probably go Greek at 3.
And no funny. Have you ever
Nah,
seen a
go
nigga
Jalen
drop
Brown.
after winning, like in a nigga favorite player
Damn, that
shit?
nigga say, nah,
Greek.
Jalen Brown. Nah, it's
Greek.
Greek.
Nah, I go
Damn.
Greek at 3. I go Greek at 3. But realistically, bro, like after
Gang,
like
you
1
got
and
gang.
2,
I'm not gonna
like
lie, you got the gang. Get
realistically
low,
though, like after
gang.
like one, bro, I want you to know, bro, you can't speak on nobody liking a lot of players, bro.
Gang, you
But
got
anyway,
the most cheat. Gang, you got the most cheating top 5 ever. Nobody in fact ever got the top 5 like
No,
you.
no, that's
pull up
not
your
true.
fuck,
That's not
pull
true.
up your
That's
fucking
not
Gang,
true.
side.
he got 4 players
Bro,
in the top
no,
10 in the top 5.
No,
Still
no,
game.
no,
it's
no.
easily goods, bro. It's easily good.
Bro,
Wait, good.
I don't
SGA.
have, bro. SGA is my only top
SGA,
five player. What are you talking about?
Oh
Jokic,
yeah.
and Giannis.
What are you talking, bro?
I never,
Easily
I
good,
never
Jokic,
been
bro.
in the
No, we're
Lakers.
Jokic
not.
is not. Jokic
You
is
not
not in
about to
my
do this
top
solo,
five.
gang. I'm not
Jokic is
letting you
not.
do this,
I've
bro.
never been
Jokic
in the
is not in
Lakers,
my
gang.
top
Ted,
five.
you
Jokic
say
is not in my
people
top
pushing it
five. I don't
on
know
you,
why
Yes, he
you
Ted.
Come
is.
on,
saying
bro.
that.
Yes, he
I
is,
appreciate
nigga.
you
No, he's
keep
Yes, he
not.
letting
is,
it off,
nigga.
No,
Ted.
he's
Yes,
not.
he is,
No,
nigga.
he's not. No,
Like,
he's not. No, he's not.
yeah.
It's always been
Hey,
SGA
now
Russ,
niggas don't claim Jokic, Ev.
SGA
You see what's
Russ,
going on.
Giannis.
At,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. SGA.
this nigga like three. This nigga like three of arguably the top three players in the NBA.
It's always been SGA Russ, Giannis. I don't have a
Bro,
final two, gang.
Jokic is in there. Stop
I
Bro,
don't
what you
have a
Jokic is
final
doing.
in
two.
there.
Bro,
You
Stop
tweet
doing
about
Jokic
that,
is
Jokic
bro.
every
so
game.
weird,
You
bro.
tweet
Jokic is
about
not in
Jokic
there,
every
bro. Stop
single
lying.
game.
Bro,
Yes,
you
you
Jokic is not
do.
in there.
bro,
Stop
bro,
Jokic
lying.
is
Ev, he
definitely
had
in
a
there.
whole
Jokic
gimmick
is
of
not in there.
defending Jokic when Swiper came in. Now that's not his guy.
Jokic is
He,
not in
bro,
there.
if Jokic is not playing OKC right now, he's tweeting about Jokic. This is the best player in the
Bro,
world.
what are you
The next week,
talking about?
this is the best
Bro,
player in the
if
world.
I'm
This
wait,
is
hold on, hold on,
ridiculous.
hold on, hold on. If I'm giving a
He
player
gonna say you
credit,
about to be
if
giving an
I'm giving
objective take like
if
that's not
I'm
one of his
giving a
favorites.
player credit for being great, that's not me saying they're one of my favorite players.
No, that's
SGA,
cap.
Russ, and Giannis have been my
That's
favorite
cap.
three. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't
I
give
give him
Tatum
credit
no
for
credit,
being
bro.
great. Like, stop,
You,
bro. Like,
So
you don't
Good's
give
the
Tatum no
funniest
credit,
nigga,
bro. You just
bro.
don't
But this
like the
nigga's
other
a
guy.
clown, bro.
Good's the funniest nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
that nigga is not in my top five, bro.
I
Nigga's a
appreciate
Yo,
you
clown,
setting the
good.
bro.
record straight,
Gang,
Ted, for
you
real.
not even no real SGA fan.
Huh?
He not.
Yeah, you need help, bro.
Shout out SGA
It's
though.
a Shaggy is because he played for OKC, huh?
I ain't gonna hold you though,
Yeah, he
Eb.
not
I'm gonna
even a
keep it a
real
bean with
OKC
you.
fan.
So it's
I'm gonna
Hey,
keep
hey,
it
like
a
so
bean
good.
so
with
it's
you.
so it's like he got a root for him type shit.
Damn, nigga,
I ain't
you had
gonna
to hop on Shaggy wagon real quick,
I'm
nigga.
just
Hop
asking a
on,
Oh
bro.
question,
Let him
bro.
talk by himself,
I'm
I
gang.
ain't talking to you, bro.
Let him talk
Hey,
by
hey,
himself,
You
good.
gang.
mad? I
Damn.
ain't talking to you, bro.
Let him
Hey,
talk
hey,
by
good.
himself.
Remember
Stop,
Like,
this,
why
stop,
you
bro.
stop
gotta
trying to
hop on that
stop,
though?
stop, stop trying to
Bruh.
assert yourself in convo. You're not a
You
part
looking
of,
for a
bro.
moment
Hey,
right
goods.
now, gang.
Remember this always, brother. If you like a nigga that's not top 15, top 20 to these nigga standards, you're a weirdo for liking them type of players. But if you like top five niggas, you're a weirdo too, bro. It's no winning in this bitch.
There's no winning. That's a fact. There's no winning, bro.
Nah,
Good
T,
can't
you the
show me
only
good
nigga walking
can't show
around
me
there liking
no
certain niggas,
Bro,
though. You the
OG,
only
I
nigga
just
That nigga
got
walking
T
around
is
there
walking
OG.
liking
around
I
this
just
bitch like
got I
Pac,
just
bro. I
got
don't like
clown for
that.
liking Kyle Kuzma, and I got clown for liking Jokic. I mean, for liking Joker. I mean, stats. What's the difference?
Nah, this nigga
Bro,
T.
good just started really rocking with SGA last year, bro. Like for
That's
real.
app, nigga. Like, what are you talking about,
Now I
Like
ain't
bro?
gonna
for
Like,
lie,
real,
you
you
bro.
saying
wasn't pushing
anything,
like no
bro.
funny goods, and I'm not gonna say you're not a fan, but there was other niggas pushing SGA prop way before you, gang. You came on late to like last year MVP season
He
and
Bro,
shit.
started.
Come
He
on.
bro,
started.
no, I
Yeah,
did not. I've
He
been
came
tweeting
around
about
when he
Shay. Like,
came
what are
around when
y'all
he seen
talking
30
about?
points per game, bro.
Yeah, niggas,
Tell you what, nigga. If
niggas said.
Giannis come to Houston, nigga, we dropping you off. You can't come over here, nigga.
Oh
You can't come
First
over
of all,
here,
he
nigga.
not going there,
All
gang.
right, well, if he
He not
does,
going
nigga,
there.
you stay right where you at, nigga. We
Going
don't
there.
need none of that shit over
I
here.
ain't gonna lie, Av,
He
though, this
not
shit's
going
so
there.
crazy because JB really fell off all these niggas' fandom. That nigga Goods didn't even mention JB.
I
JB
I
was
was
mentioned
never one of my
JB.
guys. That was
I was a
West's
JB.
guy.
I was a JB fan
I
too.
mentioned JB.
Yeah, I was a
JB
JB
was
fan
never
too
one of
though.
my guys. That's low and West shit.
Oh, you just a Tatum hater. Okay, make it more
Yeah,
real.
just a Tatum hater, gang.
That
Why you
went
hate
that
Tatum though?
Okay, I
mind you
get.
that
Wait, wait.
mind you that went to his favorite school though.
What do y'all get out of hating on that? On that
Bro,
nigga? I
like,
don't
bro,
know.
y'all see what he did last night, and y'all
Nigga's
expect
a
me to like him?
weirdo,
But like
girl.
goods, we notice who he is. Like, what you getting out of that, bro?
Come on, gang. Like, it's
Hey, Mish.
there's a reason why I don't like him. He got too much potential, and he just don't tap into it.
That nigga Tatum
Nah,
Can
really
y'all
be
hear
nah,
fucking
me?
bro.
up threes,
Yeah, we can
bro.
hear you.
Yeah,
My,
we
my
Yeah,
can,
mic
gang.
man.
working, y'all? My mic
Yeah,
working?
you
All
good,
right,
you
cool.
Yeah,
good.
gang.
Everybody that came through, y'all ain't nothing but love for sure, for sure, for sure. I was going to switch a little earlier, but my man Omari blessed the platform with that question, so we took that question here. I already had this scheduled in playback. Only reason why I did that because we got to hit the playback job. We got to do the top 10 players for the Warriors and Wolves series. I'm gonna start it off with asking Goods what happened in game one to him, and then Misha, if you can come to the stage, give your thoughts on the game one for the Celtics and Knicks, and also Tatum's performance. So with that being said, y'all, the show's about to shift over to playback real quick. Playback.tv/facts and stats. More people can join the stage. It'll be better in there. Well, it'll be just as good in there. Playback.tv/facts and stats. Playback.tv/facts and stats. I already had the title already ready, but I stayed on YouTube a little longer for Omari. Shout out to Omari again. Playback.tv/facts and stats. Pull up right now. The link is in the description on this video to join the room. Again, playback.tv/facts and stats. I will see y'all there right now.